Sounds good. All right, for all of our school leaders and members of the public who have joined us today, I'd ask that you double check and make sure that you are on mute before we start the meeting. Victor, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, it is 9 o'clock on the dot. Are we ready? Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here today for an unexpected virtual board meeting. We appreciate you all again for your dedication and rolling with the punches with the change in venue due to the special session that's happening. Okay, with that said, we'll go ahead and get the meeting started. Danny is in charge of roll call today, so we'll go with that.
Student Representative Ayala. Member Stern.
Present.
Member Shanti Rosales.
Present.
Member Salcido.
Present.
Member Richards.
Present.
Member Holmes Sutton.
Present.
Member Aldaba.
Present.
Vice Chair Whitaker.
Present.
Chair Thigpen.
I'm here.
And just to let the record note that Student Representative Ayala did join during the roll call there. Student Representative Ayala, are you on?
Present.
Thank you. Chair?
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Danny. Just a few housekeeping items for today. Agenda items 3, 21, and 29 will be moved to the next meeting, so we'll be skipping those today. I will, just for the sake of time, go ahead and ask if there are any recusals today for any agenda items from our board colleagues. Go ahead, Member Salcido.
Thank you. if I could recuse myself from agenda item 19.
Okay, thank you. And Member Holmes-Sutton.
I appreciate you. I do not have a recusal, but would you be so kind as to repeat the agenda items again? I heard 3 and 29.
3, 21, and 29.
Thank you kindly.
And I think you all may be getting the notifications about the lobby. There is a little snooze bell looking button you can push to stop those from popping up, if that's helpful for anyone. Any other recusals today? You can use the raise hand feature.
Carl, that was really loud.
And then just as a reminder, if you're just joining us, please make sure to mute yourself. Okay, I think.
Can I
oh,
just say, you said we're not doing item number 3?
That's correct. The approval of consent agenda.
Okay.
Yep. So again, 3, 21, 29, those items will be moved to the next meeting.
Kurt,
All right.
hey, Kurt, sorry, I think this is part of the numbering confusion with the updated agenda. What we aren't doing is the regulation. I'm sorry, we are doing the consent agenda, but we aren't hearing the regulation, which may not even appear on the agenda you have.
Oh, okay. So is there any other consent agenda items for today for approval?
Nope, just the minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. So then I'll just call for a motion then. Okay. And we won't do the regulation part. Thank you for clarifying. All right. With that said, we'll move on to the first period of public comment. This is for any item on the agenda, only items on the agenda. If you have things not on the agenda you would like to leave public comment on, that is at the end of our meeting. With that said, who's managing public comment today?
That would be me as it stands right now, unless there are individuals who are joining the Teams call itself. I don't have any phone numbers, but if there are folks who would like to give public comment who are on the line, you are more than welcome to unmute yourself. Ignacio?
Oh, apologies. Good morning. My name is Ignacio Prado. I'm the Executive Director of Futura Academy Charter School. I just wanted to comment briefly on a highly technical note on the academic framework. When validating our results, I provided some feedback to Brandon on the technical side around the comparison measures that have to do with comparing subgroups within a school. So say, for example, how are English language learners at your school compared to the whole sample of students at your school doing, and if there's a gap between them, meaning your ELs are performing lower than your overall sample, that there's potentially a loss in points. The suggestion there is, and it's highlighted by our rating, we received a meets expectation rating, but we received 0 points for that, despite our ELs doing better than sort of 65% of students in the state on average, other EL students in the state, and it's because our overall sample was super high and our EL sample was very, very high. And so my suggestion is establishing some floors for that, meaning if a subgroup is performing better than 2/3 of the state, at a school losing points versus a school that's like significantly below the norm, but their subgroups are tighter to their homogeneous population or heterogeneous population, has some weird implications, meaning ELs that are performing at the 30th percentile could potentially earn a school points because their overall sample is at the 32nd or something like that, versus in our case, our overall sample was in the 70th percentile growth and our ELs were in the 65th, which is, if they were on the SPF, that would be a perfect score for growth. And so obviously I took exception to what that implies, that somehow we're not doing well by the English language learners when they're extremely high performing compared to the sample statewide. And then 2, it just would mirror other parts of the framework that says, say if you're a 4 or 5-star school, that you automatically get some points on comparison, just because the 5-star school next to you is somehow more highly performing. And so probably too late now, and it's not a hugely material thing, but I do think it's maybe an unintended consequence of not having like common sense thresholds for if a subgroup is doing well enough, there shouldn't be docking of points. The other is a clarifying question, which I don't know if it's allowed during public comment, but we're not doing charter renewals today. That was item 29 on the agenda. And so if that's the case, I will tell our board chair she does not have to be on standby today.
That was the agenda, the agenda that's publicly posted. The item should be item 28 that's been pulled. We are doing charter renewals today.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I'll be hanging out in the background then. Just wanted to make sure that was accurate, because I'm looking at the one on the website. 28 is YWLA, 29 is charter school contract
Correct.
renewal applications.
Correct. Yes.
Yep, that's my mistake. Apologies.
Okay, so 29 is on, 28 is not on.
Correct.
All right, sounds good. I realize it may not be for some time. I just want to make sure. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you again. Let me just stop the timer. There we go. Okay, so, and to clarify just on my end of the record, and apologies again, that is item 2021, which is Nevada Prep Charter School, and agenda item 28, Young Women's Leadership Academy. Those items will not be heard today and will move to the next meeting. Okay. Any other public comment?
I do not see any, and we did not receive any written public comment via our public comment line.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving right along, we'll go to agenda item number 3, the approval of the consent agenda item. The only change was the regulation is not being heard today. Other than that, I am looking for a motion.
Member
Member
Homestead.
Salcido, so moved.
I'll take that as a first and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes unanimously. Moving on to agenda item number 4, the SPCSA Executive Director's Report with Director McAdin.
Good morning, everyone. And I do want to mirror Chair Thigpen's comments. Thank you for being flexible with this last minute change due to the legislative session. It was very much out of our control. Appreciate everyone's flexibility on both the board and the schools, their boards, etc. So thank you, everyone. And I will jump right in. The SPCSA was subject to the Nevada Department of Education Special Education Monitoring Protocol in place for all LEAs last school year. And as an agency, we're starting to inform the schools now about the results of that work. But I did want to highlight something that I think is really impressive. This is a very comprehensive monitoring process. And I would like to acknowledge the special education teams at our schools, as well as the SPCSA staff who oversee this work. We maintained 100% compliance on 21 different metrics and achieved 100% compliance on 23 different metrics for the very first time. This is a significant accomplishment and improvement for our schools, and I just really feel like they deserve a shout out for that. Regarding the delinquent PERS update, you can see that there's nothing, it's in the written report, nothing that I'm going to formally go over here. I'm going to jump next to the new schools update. The SPCSA officially kicked off our pre-opening process the week of November 3rd through the 7th with 3 schools in their incubation year. As a reminder, 2 schools, Somerset Academy, Carson City, and Wildflower Montessori, are scheduled to open in the 26-27 school year. 1 school, Citizens of the World, opted for a 2-year incubation period, so their timeline has been adjusted accordingly. Each school was provided with the new school and new staff training overview, the final pre-opening checklist, along with other documents. SPCSA leadership will begin meeting with each school, including a board representative, on the first Tuesday of each month. During that meeting, we review upcoming submissions that are due, address concerns regarding previous submissions, should there be any, receive an update from the school on facilities, enrollment, and hiring, and answer any questions the schools may have. As we move into the new year, schools will have the opportunity to present to the SPCSA board and provide an update on their progress. Next, I'm going to move on to pre-K seats and the State Public Charter School Authority. The SPCSA has nearly doubled its pre-K seats in the 25-26 school year, with approximately 450 students and their families receiving services at 9 of our charter schools. All schools returning from the 24-25 school year have a 5-star designation awarded by Nevada's Early Childhood Quality Rating Scale, and our newly participating schools are receiving support and guidance from SPCSA staff and state systems to offer the same high-quality services. Our pre-K programs utilize center-based classrooms and developmentally appropriate instruction centered on the Nevada pre-K standards, along with the low student-to-staff ratios, to provide our students with a strong foundation. Families qualify for our program through income eligibility by a second primary language spoken in their home or by receiving special education services. NDE anticipates that an additional 2,000 pre-K seats will be available statewide for the 2026-2027 school year. And I also want to add, because I just learned this and I think it's incredible, that of those 9 schools that we have that are offering pre-K, we have over 600 families on the waiting list at those schools trying to get pre-K seats. So the demand, even at those 9 schools, is really significant. And last but not least, I do just want to acknowledge that members of the staff and Chair Thigpen and Member Aldaba were all able to attend the National Charter School Authorizers Conference, NACSA, at the end of October. This is a leadership conference which brings together charter school authorizers from around the country, allowing participants to gain actionable insight and practical tools when it comes to the very niche work of charter school authorizing. It's always a great conference. A lot to learn, and appreciate the opportunity to be able to participate in that. And with that, I will pause and see if there are any questions.
Thank you, Director McAdin. Any board colleagues with questions, use the raise hand feature. Seeing none, I'll keep things moving along. We will go to agenda.
I see Member Holmes.
There she is.
There.
Good morning, Member Homestead. I don't have a question,
Yeah,
but if
or
I
more
may,
people that know, the worse, and it can get back to him. Yeah.
if I may, be afforded an opportunity to share a comment. Just excited about the opportunity to serve our youngest learners and to know that there is such an interest and commitment to early childhood, being in that space and that being my passion. I, of course, I'm excited to hear the information that's been shared today. Thank you so much to staff and leadership and to the schools who are serving the youngest in our community.
Thank you, Member Homestead, and I echo those sentiments as well. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Okay. Seeing none, we'll go on to agenda item number 5, the charter school contract amendment applications. And I think this is back to you, Mr. Peltier.
It is. Thank you, Chair Thigpen. And Ms. Potter, as I'm presenting, if folks join the meeting, if I'd ask that you handle that part. Okay. Agenda item 5A is Matter Academy. Matter Academy of Nevada has submitted an amendment application requesting that the SPCSA grant a good cause exemption and approve the request to increase the enrollment cap for the East and the Cactus campuses. MAN has submitted an amendment request to increase the enrollment caps at both the East Campus and the Cactus Campus. The East Campus serves grades K through 12 and had 2,492 students enrolled according to the 2024 validation day. 2025 validation day, apologies. The Cactus campus is a new campus under the Matter Academy network after it transitioned to MAN during the closure of Pilot Ed Charter School at the end of the 24-25 school year. The Cactus campus serves grades K through 5 and did have 350 students enrolled according to the 2024 validation day. According to the amendment application, MAN requests an enrollment cap increase for both its East and Cactus campuses in response to growing demand from families. As of October 1st, 2025, there are more than 2,600 students on the waitlist to attend Matter's East Campus and about 13 students on the waitlist for the Cactus Park campus. Additionally, Mann notes that although the current Cactus Park waitlist appears modest, it should be viewed in the context of the school's recent transition from Pilot Ed to the Matter Network, which started on July 1st. Regarding this amendment request, SPCSA staff is recommending approval. The East Campus has shown sustained academic success over the past 2 rating cycles, and with facility capacity to house more students, SPCSA staff finds the request reasonable. Regarding the Cactus Campus, while the school has yet to be rated under the SPCSA Academic Performance Framework or the NSPF while operating as a Matter school, but this request is a cleanup of the transition and represents a small increase in the cap overall. SPCSA staff had discussions with the Matter team prior to the transition, and the team chose to wait until operations began to assess where the cap should land. Now that the school has been under Matter operation for a few months, Matter sees the school can be operated at facility capacity and the 504 cap, which will allow the school to be fully enrolled for the 26-27 school year. A proposed motion can be found on page 3 of your recommendation memo.
Thank you very much. All right, so this is agenda item 5A. Proposed motion, as stated, is on the website. I'm looking, looks like we have member Salcido. Do you have a question, comment?
Yeah, quick question. If we have a member of the school, I just wanted to hear a little bit more about how that transition has been going with Cactus Campus.
Renee Fairless for the record. It's been great. I mean, the first couple of weeks, of course, were challenging, as it always is, opening any type of a new school, but certainly taking one over. We're starting to see the buy-in from both the students and the staff that we kept. Lots of changes have taken place. Culture and climate is a big difference. We had school dances for K-2 and 3, 4, and 5 the last 2 nights, and just seeing the family turn out. We had a multicultural event 2 weeks ago. Just a lot of things brought to the community that I don't think they were experiencing previously. And so, like I said, we're getting that buy-in. We want to be able to go out and recruit more within the neighborhood, but certainly need that cap to be increased in order to do that. But definitely seeing a change. We are getting ready to take our second diagnostic. We've already seen tremendous growth academically, so that's what we're really shooting for right now. In fact, we just were talking about what incentives we're going to provide for the students who meet their typical growth and their stretch growth on their iReady. So just lots of very positive things taking place. It's been a transition. There's no doubt about that. You know, I told people, oh, this is how you get people to retire. But that was the first 2 weeks. And after we got past the first 2 weeks and the challenges with traffic and things like that, we're enjoying the kids. We're enjoying the transition. And we call it Matterized around here. So we're seeing that they're starting to get Matterized.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Okay. Oh, Dr. Aldaba, go ahead.
No, I just want to commend the staff at Matter Academy, both the East Campus and the Cactus Campus. I know that it is not an easy, task to, and it's a huge undertaking. And so I love that phrase, right? It's just a great way to build community and just motivating, right, everyone to continue pushing forward. So I just want to congratulate you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Aldaba. Anything else from board colleagues? Okay. Seeing none, I am looking for a motion for agenda item 5A.
Member Holmes-Sutton, I would make the motion to grant the good cause exemption request and approve Matter Academy of Nevada's request to increase the enrollment cap at the East Campus and Cactus Campus as detailed in the recommendation memo.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Member Shanti Rosales can second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And now I think we have agenda item 5B. Is it back to you, Mr. Peltier?
It is, thank you. Danny Peltier for the record. Agenda item 5B is Pinecrest Academy of Nevada. Pinecrest Academy of Nevada has submitted an amendment application requesting that the SPCSA grant a good cause exemption and approve the request to relocate the Springs campus and to increase the enrollment cap for the Springs campus. The SPCSA approved the expansion of the PAN network to open the Springs campus at its October 7th, 2022 board meeting. The Spring campus opened in August of 2023 in a temporary location at 6151 West Charleston Boulevard. Pan Springs currently serves grades K through 5 and had 266 students enrolled in grades through K4 at the 2024 validation day. According to the amendment application, Pan notes that while this temporary site allowed Springs to open and begin serving students, its limited classroom space constrained enrollment and hindered the school's ability to meet community demand and realize the full vision outlined in the original amendment application. Pan was able to find and secure a permanent facility for the Springs campus at 2850 South Lindell Road in the 89146 zip code, which is the same zip code the permanent facility is located in. Or the temporary facility, my apologies. According to the amendment application, the proposed new site will be a 47,489 square foot facility on 6.09 acres and formerly home to the Lyde Memorial Boys and Girls Club. Regarding the facility itself, Pan explained in the amendment application that the proposed facility is in that same zip code as the temporary facility, and they will still be targeting zip codes approved as part of the amendment, which are 89102, 89106, 89107, 89108, and 89146. Additionally, the facility features 36 classrooms, which will accommodate enrollment to growth to 681 students in the 26-27 school year. According to the amendment application, Pan will assume full ownership of the new facility and will work with Excel Charter Development to ensure the school is ready for the 26-27 opening. Additionally, according to the school, Excel Charter will cover all upfront costs associated with developing the property, and at closing, Pan will reimburse Excel Charter for the associated project costs incurred before closing. In addition to the move to the new permanent facility, Pan is requesting an increase to its approved enrollment cap for the Springs campus. When the Springs campus was approved by the SPCSA in 2022, the school was approved to open serving 645 students and would have been approved to serve 1,080 students for the 26-27 school year. Due to the setbacks with the originally planned facility, the Springs campus opened serving considerably fewer students and with fewer grade level offerings. With the move to the permanent facility, Pan is requesting the Springs campus be approved to serve 681 students at the start of the 26-27 school year. Currently, the Springs campus is approved to serve 421 students. Pan Springs was also approved to serve grades K through 12 in its original charter amendment application and has been adding a grade level each year since opening with grades K through 3. SPCSA staff is recommending approval. Pan Springs was originally approved to serve many more students than the temporary facility was able to hold, and this request to move into the permanent facility will succeed in meeting the expectations of the authority when the campus was approved in 2022. As I noted previously, the new facility will be in the same zip code as the temporary facility is located, and the school still intends to serve the same zip codes that were originally approved as part of the initial amendment application. A proposed motion along with a condition can be found on page 3 of the recommendation before you.
Thank you very much. All right, any questions or comments from board colleagues? Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Member Stern.
Member Stern, for the record, if we have representatives from the school, I did have questions about any anticipated challenges with transportation for families. I know it's in the same zip code, but I also know that sometimes when schools move facilities, that can pose a barrier. So I'm curious to hear from the school on that, if anyone's available to speak to that.
Thank you, Member Stern. If there's anyone from the school, please use the raise hand feature and I will call on you. Looks like we have Jessica Medina. Go ahead.
Jessica Medina for the record. I'm the principal over at Pinecrest Springs, and when it comes to transportation, we are looking at working with our sister schools at looking at one of our sister schools has already worked on a grant in order to be able to help out with buses and transportation. So that's what we're looking at. We also have, we're only 1.5 miles away from the, our future home. So we're excited to, the parents have already been made aware. They're all excited about it. It's just a matter of making sure that we get that transportation grant, applying for it and knowing that we can. We also will be providing before care and after school care to help out with any, anybody that might need to stay before or after school to get there earlier to help out with that transportation.
Thank you very much. Any follow-up questions, Member Stern? Okay. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? All right, seeing none, I will, looking for a motion. Again, this is agenda item 5B.
Member Holmes Sutton, I would propose a motion to grant the good cause exemption request and approve Pinecrest Academy of Nevada's request to increase the enrollment cap at the Springs campus and relocate the Springs campus to 2850 South Lindo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89146, with the following condition: that the school complete the SPSCA pre-opening process for new schools and campuses for occupation of the new facility space for the Springs campus.
Thank you, Member Holmes Sutton. Do I have a second?
Member Shanti
Board member.
Rosales will second.
I heard Member Shante Rosales the loudest, so we'll go with that. Or I should say the clearest, sorry. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, please say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. We'll close out agenda item number 5 and open agenda item number 6, which is the academic performance ratings. And I think this is with Dr. Broughton.
Good morning, board. Yes, we are going to kick this off with Dr. Gaitan.
Good morning, Chair and members of the board. For the record, this is Brandon Gaitan, SPCSA staff member. Today we'll present an overview of recent academic performance data for SPCSA schools, including results for both the 24-25 school year Nevada School Performance Framework Star Ratings, or the NSPF, as well as the SPCSA Academic Performance Framework. We will also provide recommendations for authority action regarding academic performance. Here's an outline of today's presentation. First, we'll address the agenda item related to academic performance ratings, including a discussion of 24-25 school year Nevada School Performance Framework, or NSPF, and SPCSA Academic Performance Framework results. As a reminder, the NSPF is the Nevada school rating system required under federal law, while the SPCSA Academic Framework is a separate school rating system specific to SPCSA schools that is required under state law. At the end of this section, there will be recommended authority action on adoption of academic framework results, as highlighted in yellow here. After discussing performance, we'll move to an overview of the recommended action on academic notices. Moving into the discussion of academic performance ratings, the first topic is an overview of the 24-25 NSPF school star rating results. First is a quick refresher on the NSPF. Federal law, the Every Student Succeeds Act, or ESSA, requires each state to annually rate all public schools within that state. ESSA also requires states to use their rating system to identify schools with low performance. The Nevada School Performance Framework, or the NSPF, meets those requirements. Every September, the Nevada Department of Education, or NDE, issues a score and corresponding star rating to schools based on their performance in the prior year. With the NSPF, the NDE must also identify schools with low performance. An overview of academic measures included in the elementary, middle, and high school NSPF rating systems are shown on the slide. The NSPF includes items such as proficiency, growth, graduation rates, college and career readiness, and chronic absenteeism. There are links at the bottom of the slide that provide more information on the NSPF if needed. Now we move to a discussion of NSPF results. Here, pie charts show overall star rating results for the 2024-25 school year for both the SPCSA, shown on the left, and the state, shown on the right. Below the pie charts, we've also included information on the 2023-24 school year NSPF ratings for a comparison. For the SPCSA on the left, the most frequent rating this year was 5 stars, shown in blue, at 49% of schools. About 85% of SPCSA schools were at or above 3 stars. That is the sum of the yellow, green, and blue slices, which outperformed the state where only about 54% of schools met that 3-star threshold. Compared to the state, SPCSA had proportionally more 3, 4, and 5-star schools and fewer 1 and 2-star schools. Remarkably, the SPCSA authorizes almost half of the 146 5-star schools across the state. This slide shows the percent of schools with a 3-star or higher rating overall and by school level for both the state and SPCSA. Starting with the overall data on the left, on the prior slide, we mentioned that almost 85% of SPCSA schools were at or above 3 stars, which outperformed the state, where only about 54% of schools met that 3-star threshold. This trend of SPCSA schools outperforming the state in terms of meeting that 3-star threshold also holds true across the elementary, middle, and high school levels. Here we display NSPF star ratings results for non-Title I and Title I schools between the SPCSA and state. As a reminder, Title I schools serve a high percentage of students that are eligible for free or reduced price lunch. Starting at the top, for the state overall, about 82% of non-Title I schools had an NSPF rating of 3 stars or higher. The next bar down shows that about 95% of SPCSA non-Title I schools earned at least a 3-star rating. The bottom 2 bars show the percent of Title I schools that achieved at least a 3-star rating. For the state overall, only a third of Title I schools had a 3-star rating or higher, while the SPCSA outperformed the state with almost 75% of Title I schools having a 3-star rating or higher. While that is an admirable achievement, there is still a drastic difference in the performance of Title I schools versus non-Title I schools in both the state and within the SPCSA. For example, looking at the bright blue bars, 95% of non-Title I SPCSA schools had a 3-star or higher rating, while the rate was only 74% for Title I schools. Let's now discuss how SPCSA and SPF results compare to school districts across Nevada. This chart shows the percent of schools with a 3-star rating or higher by district for the 2024-25 school year. As mentioned on the prior slide, the SPCSA had a much higher rate of schools meet the 3-star threshold, about 85%, than the state, which was about 54%, and this also held true against all Nevada school districts except 2 very small school districts. This slide outlines star rating changes over last year. The top table shows data by star rating change. As seen in the 2 rightmost columns, almost 40% of SPCSA schools increased their star rating by at least 1 star, and only about 7.5% experienced a decrease in star rating. This is comparable to the overall state results. The 6 SPCSA schools with a 3-star increase are displayed alphabetically by name in the second table. SPCSA schools made up over half of the 3-star increases in the state. Not shown here, but available in the attachment, are the changes in school NSPF scores over last year. Across the state and within the SPCSA, about 60% of schools had an NSPF point change of 10 or less, either up or down. The NSPF also helps identify low-performing schools as required by the federal Every Student Succeeds Act. Comprehensive Support and Improvement, or CSI schools, are the lowest performing schools in the state. The SPCSA had 1 school, Nevada Prep Elementary School, which is highlighted in yellow, identified as CSI this year due to an NSPF score in the lowest 5th percentile statewide. The other 2 schools listed here were identified in prior years, including Sage Collegiate Elementary, also due to an NSPF score in the lowest 5th percentile, and Beacon Academy, which was identified in 2017 due to a low graduation rate. However, Beacon serves a unique population of credit deficient students and is thus approved to be rated on the Nevada Alternative Performance Framework as well. Moving to Targeted Support and Improvement, or TSI, these are schools with consistently underperforming student groups. The SPCSA had 1 school, Mater Bonanza Middle School, identified for TSI this year, which was due to their English learner student group underperforming 2 years in a row in specified academic measures. Finally, the last federally required low-performing school identification is Additional Targeted Support and Improvement, or ATSI. ATSI schools have very low-performing student groups that are in the lowest 5th percentile of performance statewide. Highlighted in the table are the 4 SPCSA schools identified for ATSI this year, including Democracy Prep Middle School for their IEP group, Future Edge Elementary, which is a school that transferred from CCSD, the Clark County School District, to SPCSA on July 1st, 2025, for their Black, African American, and FRL groups, Nevada Virtual Middle School for their FRL group, and SLAM Elementary School for their Black African American group. Additionally listed are schools previously identified for ATSI that are still within the 3-year designation window. And I am going to pass the next few slides over to my colleague.
Good morning. Thank you, Brandon. Mary Holsclaw, SPCSA staff for the record. Moving on. Oh, excuse me. Moving beyond overall NSPF rating results and identifications, we will now discuss certain measures included in the NSPF, such as proficiency and growth. Proficiency is a significant component of the NSPF, worth up to 25 points in the elementary and middle school. This slide shows ELA, math, and science proficiency trends for the Smarter Balanced Assessment for both the SPCSA and the state for the 3 most recent years. Overall, SPCSA proficiency rates for elementary and middle school students have increased in recent years and outperformed the state. The same trends hold true for student groups. Also available in the attachment is a similar analysis of high school proficiency for the ACT and high school science assessments. Generally, the results overall and by student group are similar to those shown here for Smarter Balanced. Next slide. An important component of the NSPF is growth, with various measures worth up to 55 points in the elementary and middle school NSPFs. Growth is a somewhat complicated, so let's start with a refresher at the top of the slide. The NDE uses at least 2 consecutive years of a student's assessment data to calculate their growth. The NDE then calculates how much growth the student has made compared to their peers via a student growth percentile, SGP, which ranges from 1 to 99. An SGP of 75 means a student has shown more growth than 75% of their peers. A percentile example is provided for illustration at the top right, where all student performance is plotted on a graph. When looking at a specific student, one can determine how they did compared to all other students. Here, we display the SPCSA median growth percentiles for ELA and math overall and at the elementary and middle school levels for the recent 3 years. These data show that generally, median growth trends by content area and school level are mixed over time. Moving on, the NDE calculates an additional growth measure in the NSPF called the Adequate Growth Percentile, or AGP, which is a growth target. If a student meets their growth target for the year, that means they have made enough growth to be on track to remain or become proficient. Here we show the percent of SPCSA students meeting their growth target for ELA and math overall and at the elementary and middle school levels for the recent 3 years. The percent of students meeting their growth targets increased over last year. And here we have displayed an additional way to look at proficiency and growth data. We took each school's proficiency rates and plotted those versus their growth. When split into 4 quadrants, one can visualize schools that have low proficiency and growth in the lower left in red, low proficiency and high growth in the upper left in yellow, high proficiency and high growth upper right in green, and high proficiency and low growth lower right in yellow. Ideally, we want as many schools as possible to be in the upper right quadrant, high proficiency and high growth. That is generally the case for ELA, as seen in the left visual, where many SPCSA schools are plotted. For math, the results are more mixed, where data generally trend to the left, meaning lower proficiency overall. However, the majority of schools are in the upper quadrants, meaning schools have high growth. Although many schools have low math proficiency, their high math growth may lead to proficiency gains in future years. I'll pass it back to Dr. Gaitan.
Thank you again, Brandon Gaitan, for the record, SPCSA staff member. The next topic for discussion under academic performance ratings is the 2024-25 SPCSA Academic Performance Framework. First is a refresher of the SPCSA Academic Performance Framework, which is very similar to the NSPF star rating system in that schools earn a rating based on their performance in various measures. In contrast to the NSPF, which uses star ratings from 1 through 5, there are 4 SPCSA framework rating levels, as shown in the bottom right: exceeds, meets, does not meet, and below standard. The framework incorporates NSPF score data under the NSPF score indicators, seen in the top left of the graphic, and also contains the zip code comparison indicator, which examines charter school NSPF performance to that of schools in their zip code. It also contains a chronic absenteeism reduction indicator seen in the top right. The student group comparison indicator, seen in green, examines student group performance at SPCSA schools. And finally, the mission-specific goals indicator, where schools submit a narrative related to their goals, is displayed only and points are not attached to it. This slide displays an overall analysis of academic framework ratings for the 2024-25 school year. The pie chart shows the count and percent of SPCSA schools in each rating category. About 86% of schools received a meets or exceeds standard rating. Those are the blue and green slices, while about 12% received a does not meet standard, shown in yellow, and 2% received a below standard rating, shown in red. Draft academic framework results were posted at the link on the slide, which SPCSA schools had an opportunity to review for accuracy. Draft school ratings are also found in the attachment to this agenda item. As seen in the text on the right with last year's data, this year there are more SPCSA schools that met or exceed standards. Next, we'll discuss a brief snapshot of academic framework results under various indicators. The first is the zip code comparison indicator, which is a measure of how SPCSA schools are performing compared to other public school options in their community. The framework shows that almost 80% of SPCSA schools had a score at or above the average NSPF score for schools in their zip code. So most SPCSA schools are outperforming schools in their community. The second is the chronic absenteeism reduction indicator. Chronic absenteeism is very high across Nevada, especially since the pandemic. The framework shows that almost 70% of SPCSA schools reduced their chronic absenteeism rate over last year. The final indicator we'll look at is the student group comparison indicator, which assesses how SPCSA schools are serving at-risk populations, including those eligible for free or reduced price lunch, students with disabilities, and English language learners. For brevity, we only included 2 examples. Almost 75% of SPCSA elementary and middle schools had their free and reduced price lunch student group, FRL, outperform the local district FRL group in regard to math MGP, again, a measure of academic growth. And then 96% of SPCSA high schools had their FRL student group outperform the local district FRL group in regard to 4-year graduation rates. That brings us to our takeaways for the 2024-25 school year academic performance of SPCSA schools. On the NSPF, about 85% of SPCSA schools achieved a 3-star or higher NSPF rating, which outperformed the state, where only 54% of schools met that threshold, and also outperformed all Nevada school districts except for 2 very small districts. Generally, proficiency rates have increased in recent years for the SPCSA and its student groups, and these rates also outperform the state. However, many students are still not meeting grade level expectations. As to growth, median growth is mixed in recent years, but the percent of students meeting their growth targets have increased. In regard to the SPCSA academic framework, about 86% of schools received a meet or exceed standard rating. SPCSA schools are outperforming their local counterparts, as about 80% of SPCSA schools had an NSPF score at or above the average NSPF score for schools in their zip code. With the SPCSA academic performance results presented and available in a detailed attachment and link, that leads us to the staff recommended action for the board related to the SPCSA academic performance framework, which is displayed on the slide.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gaitan and team. We appreciate it. Okay, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. If I have any board colleagues with comments or questions, raise your hand and I will call on you. Okay, it looks like Member Salcido.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a question for staff, or maybe not a question, just to highlight. I want to make sure I understood that slide correctly. The one that showed the comparison of Title I performance, where it had it was towards the beginning. Yeah, that one. So 74% of the Title I schools in our portfolio scored 3 stars or higher, correct? And does this, for all of these, does this include the schools in our portfolio that were absorbed from Clark County School District?
Brandon Gaitan for the record, SPCSA staff. SPCSA data on this slide do not include schools that transferred from CCST to SPCSA sponsorship on July 1st, 2025.
Okay, great, thank you. It's obviously we still have ways to go and work to do, but I think that's a number. 75% is a number we should be very proud of, and I just commend the schools, and because they're the ones on the ground doing that work, and particularly in that Title I area. I just am very, very proud of that. So thank you.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you very much, Member Salcido. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Member Salcido, you can put your hand down unless you have any additional thoughts. Okay, all right. Moving, looks like Member Richards, go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Member Richards for the record, just want to thank the team and the schools, and the staff for putting this together and the work, because it's definitely a lot, and some of the ratings are definitely great improvements. So just thank you.
Thank you, Member Richards. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Okay, seeing none, we do have a recommendation up on the screen. I am looking for a motion.
Board
Member Dava.
I would
I'll take
turn to the
member-
board colleague.
Okay, I'll take Member Aldava's motion. Do I have a second?
Okay.
Home Sutton, second.
There we go. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you again, Dr. Gaitan and team, and to our schools for doing great work on behalf of our students in Nevada. Member Richards, your hand is still up. If you want to put that down, unless you had something. Okay. We are moving right along to agenda item number 7, Coral Academy of Science, Las Vegas. And I think it's back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Yes, not quite agenda 7 yet, or agenda item number 7 yet. We're going to finish up 6, and then we'll move into agenda item 7 if that's.
I apologize. Did not see that written out. Oh, now I see it on here. So we're on 6B now? Or is it all just under 6?
Continuing 6B.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Dr.
So
Broughton,
what we'll do. Oh, sorry.
would it be okay if we took a quick pause and reshared this PowerPoint via the share button, since we're going to be referencing it?
Yes.
So it's that way it's on the YouTube real quick. So Dr. Gaitan, if you could take down that one, and I would be more than happy to pop this one open here in a moment. And remind me what slide we were on there? Or is this
22.
a new? And okay, let's see here. It's 22. Okay. Unless you have it available, Dr. Gaitan. I'm not sure. So I have it via the web browser. I just want to make sure that it comes through onto the YouTube screen, YouTube there. So I'll go ahead and share it here so we don't take too much time.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I'm Katie Broughton, for the record, Director of Authorizing, and the next topic for discussion is an overview of the recommended authority actions related to academic performance. I'm going to say this a couple of times in the next couple of slides, but we're providing kind of a holistic overview of what we're recommending, and then we'll do recommended action per charter holder, starting with agenda item number 7. Next slide, please, Tammy. Regarding authority oversight of academic performance, Nevada state law lays out the purpose of the SPCSA, including specific text regarding oversight of schools to ensure that they maintain high educational standards. Next slide. Nevada state law and regulation outline various potential consequences for a school with academic underperformance. The most severe consequences under state law for underperformance include mandatory termination of a charter contract by the SPCSA board, which is required when a school has 3 one-star NSPF ratings in 3 consecutive school years, with a narrow exception. Statute also allows the authority to amend a charter contract to eliminate only underperforming school levels, elementary, middle, and high levels each receive a rating, or campuses when a charter holder has other school levels or campuses that do not meet the termination criteria. State law and regulation also provide the authority with permissive termination provisions. In these cases, the authority may, notice the emphasis on may, terminate a charter contract for high schools that have a graduation rate under 60% for the immediately preceding school year, for elementary and middle schools that are in the lowest 5% in NSPF scores statewide for the immediately preceding school year, and elementary, middle, and high schools that receive a 1 or 2 star rating in each of the last 3 ratings, or that have not complied consistently with the SPCSA performance framework, which we define as not meeting standards on our academic performance framework. When a school is on track to meet these mandatory or permissive criteria, the authority has historically issued academic notices to notify 1 and 2 star schools and their governing boards that there are concerns with academic performance, and that if the underperformance continues, the notice may be escalated, or in extreme cases, the charter contract may be terminated as authorized under state law and regulation. Historically, the authority has issued notices of concern, notices of breach, and notices of intent to revoke in that order of severity. These levels are generally aligned with the mandatory termination criteria, as well as the permissive criteria related to the 3 years of academic underperformance. Next slide. This slide shows an overview of prior authority action regarding academic underperformance. For reference, the table at the top of the slide shows authority action regarding academic notices since the 2018-2019 school year, and the tables at the bottom outline the SPCSA schools currently under academic notices, sorted alphabetically by the level of notice. Next slide. That leads us to the recommended authority action items for today's meeting. The first staff recommendation that we're going to talk about here today is removal of prior academic notices for specified schools. The second we will cover is issuing of academic notices to specified schools with academic underperformance. The third is to revise prior academic notices for specified schools, which includes the elevation and reduction of notices. And finally, the fourth recommendation is for academic notices to be continued for specified schools. Again, this is a holistic overview of the notices, and then we will recommend action for each charter holder, 1 agenda item at a time at the conclusion of this presentation. Next slide. First is the recommendation to lift notices for academic performance for schools under current notices. These schools achieved a 3-star or higher NSPF rating, or a meets or exceeds standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework for the 2024-2025 school year. In this case, and I will say this is a remarkably high number, there were 15 schools that met this criteria as listed in the table. The yellow cells highlight each school's NSPF or academic framework rating that led to this recommendation, i.e. a 3-star or higher NSPF rating, or a meets or exceeds standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Next slide. Next are the recommendation to issue notices for academic underperformance. Under this section, first is the recommendation to issue notices of concern to schools that receive a 1 or 2 star NSPF rating and a below or does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework for the 2024-2025 school year. Those schools are Discovery Hill Point Middle School and Founders Classical Academy Elementary. Second is the recommendation to issue a notice of breach to a school that has received a second consecutive one-star NSPF rating in the 2024-2025 school year. Future Edge Academy Elementary recently transferred from CCSD to SPCSA sponsorship as of July 1st, 2025, and is therefore not under a current SPCSA academic notice. Their one-star NSPF rating for the 2024-2025 school year is, however, the second consecutive one-star NSPF rating. And as such, the school may be in danger of mandatory charter termination if they receive another one-star NSPF rating for the 2025-2026 school year. As such, staff recommend the school be placed on the intervention ladder at a notice of breach instead of the typical initial notice of concern. Next slide. Next is the recommendation regarding revision of existing academic notices. Under this section, first, staff is recommending some academic notices of concern be elevated to academic notices of breach for schools that displayed continued academic underperformance by receiving a one-star NSPF rating in the 24-25 school year. This includes Learning Bridge Elementary, Nevada Prep Elementary and Middle School, and Sage Collegiate Elementary. The latter three listed in the table now have two consecutive one-star NSPF ratings and may be in danger of mandatory charter termination if they receive another one-star NSPF rating for the 2025-2026 school year. Second, SPCSA staff recommend certain academic notices of breach be reduced to academic notices of concern for schools that improved or maintained academic performance by receiving a two-star NSPF rating in the 2024-2025 school year. This includes Freedom Classical Elementary, Honors Academy Elementary, and Legacy Cadence Elementary. Next slide. Last is the recommendation to continue academic notices for certain schools with academic underperformance. These schools, all currently under academic notices, also had a 1 or 2-star NSPF rating and a below or does not meet standard academic framework rating. However, there is rationale listed on the slide for continuing rather than escalating their existing notices. As far as schools with current academic notices of breach, generally, except in unique or extreme circumstances, SPCSA staff will not recommend the authority escalate the academic notices to intent to revoke unless a school has received three consecutive one-star ratings in 3 years, in alignment with mandatory termination provisions outlined in Nevada statute. Although Democracy Prep has received 2 consecutive one-star NSPF ratings, they were already elevated to a notice of breach last year. Explore Academy Middle School has received 3 consecutive one-star NSPF ratings, but the school met the narrow SB 460 exemption from mandatory termination that was created in the 2025 legislative session. They were within a specified range of a 2-star NSPF rating. So both of these schools may be in danger of mandatory termination if they receive another 1-star NSPF rating for the 2025-2026 school year. For schools with current academic notices of concern, generally, except in unique or extreme circumstances, SPCSA staff will not recommend the escalation of academic notices of concern to academic notices of breach unless the school has received 2 consecutive 1-star NSPF ratings, and these schools do not meet that criteria. Next slide. On this slide is a summary of recommended actions for the board to consider. The schools identified for action have representatives here today to speak with the board and answer any questions the board may have. But before we begin hearing from the board or from the schools, I do want to let the SPCSA board know that each recommended notice for any school that received a 1 or 2-star rating includes a requirement for schools to include an academic goal in their school performance plans. These should align with the goals that will be shared with you today, and SPCSA staff will closely monitor the school's performance plan. Each school that receives a 1 or 2 star NSPF rating will also receive a site evaluation visit during the 2025-2026 school year. Finally, SPCSA staff has been monitoring that each school that earned a 1 or 2 star rating for adherence to NRS 388A.367, which requires low performing schools to notify parents or guardians of enrolled students and provide all stakeholders an opportunity to discuss actions and share feedback to support continued growth and improvement based on the statewide accountability rating system. Each charter holder will be voted on individually. And now if the chair and board are ready to proceed, we can begin with agenda item 7, which is the first school on the list.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Broughton. Before we move to agenda item number 7, I want to see if any board colleagues have questions for staff. I would say we probably won't get into questions about the schools until we get into each agenda item, so I would save that for later. So any questions for staff from board colleagues, please raise your hand. Not seeing any. Okay, we'll keep it moving then to agenda item number 7, Coral Academy of Science, Las Vegas. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Coral Academy of Science, Las Vegas at the Nellis Air Force Base campus received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2018-2019 school year. This notice of concern was continued in 2022 to 2023 and elevated to a notice of breach in the 2023-2024 school year due to ongoing 2-star NSPF ratings and does not meet standard ratings on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, this campus maintained a 2-star NSPF rating, but they improved to a meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this improvement, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of breach and return the elementary school to good standing. And there should be representatives from the school and the board on the meeting should the SPCSA board have any questions.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. Are we, Director McKinnon, are we opening it to questions to the school or, presentation from the school at this time?
Yes, if the members of the school are here, if they have anything they would like to say, they're more than welcome to. They don't need to feel obligated to, but they do have the opportunity to say a few words if they want, and then we'll go to questions for either the school or the staff, if that works for you, Chair Thigpen.
Okay, thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure with all the changes today, I wanted to make sure I had to process down. Okay, so I will ask if there is someone from the school that does have comments they would like to make. You have up to 5 minutes. If there is someone from the school, you can raise your hand. If not, I can bring it back to the board for discussion. Oh, I see 2 folks. I saw Mr. Erkan raise his hand first. Go ahead. You have 5 minutes. And I would say it's 5 minutes per school, not per person. So if you're the person to speak on behalf of the school, then great.
Okay, then let me keep it short so our principal can talk more. Chair Tixton and staff of Authority, Charter School Authority, thank you very much for your support. Yes, you all know, our challenges at this campus because our students, we have got 900 students, and they are transient. Every 2 years or 1 year, their parents have to deploy. That's why once we have the new students, we are, trying to, catch them to their level, to the, grade level. Then they have to deploy. Then we have to get another new, students. And but still, our team, principal, assistant principals, teachers, they are doing their best. And this year they increased also the number. Sorry. And I have also great news to the board. We invite you. We just finalized the groundbreaking of our expansion. We are gonna serve more students. Right now, our capacity was 900, but it's gonna be expanded to 1600, and our groundbreaking is February 12th, 10 a.m. If you can mark your calendars, and we are gonna follow up with calendar invitations. Yes, Mia. Thank you very much again.
Go ahead, Ms. Nelson.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I just want to echo what Mr. Arjan said. You know, my staff works incredibly hard. We have made growth on our NSPF score rating, and we did greatly appreciate being recognized by the Charter Authority for meeting standards. We do have many interventions in place to improve our star rating to 3 stars right now, and we are working diligently towards them. And I know that the Charter Authority has come in every year for their site evaluations, and they have looked at all of the interventions that we're doing deeply and appreciate our work as well. And I'm open to any questions that the board may have.
Thank you very much. All right, I will bring it back to the board. Board colleagues, if you have questions or comments either for staff or for the school leaders, please raise your hand and I will call on you.
And I'll just also say there is a recommended motion on each of the recommendation memos at the very end of each one, if you're looking for it.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Broughton. Okay, any questions, comments from board colleagues? Seeing none from what I can tell. I'm just making sure I was clicking in between things. I will entertain a motion.
Board Member Andava, for the record, I am proposing the motion to remove the academic notice of breach for Coral Academy of Science Las Vegas Nellis Air Force Base Elementary School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Member Holmes, second.
Thank you both. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations. All right, we will move it along to agenda item number 8, Civica Nevada Career and Collegiate Academy.
Civica Nevada Career and Collegiate Academy received an academic notice of concern for its elementary and middle school performance in the 2023 to 2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary and middle schools received a 4- and 5-star NSPF rating respectively, and both earned exceed standard ratings on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on these improvements, which are quite significant, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the elementary and middle schools to good standing. And again, a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And do we have folks available from the school if they want to make a presentation or if we have questions or comments? I see someone's hand raised, so I'm guessing we do. And they went away. If there is someone from the school who would like to speak, okay, there you go. Mr. Santigate, I'm hopefully saying that right. You can go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Sure. Thank you so much. Richard Sandigate, Principal of Civica Academy, for the record. Thank you, board. Certainly come to you very proud of our students. I mean, the whole goal is to make sure that we have a facility and a school that they're able to brag about and want to brag about when they're hanging out with their friends outside of our campus, to be honest with you. But very honored. I'm privileged to be able to work with amazing staff, students. Not satisfied, still a lot of work to be done, but we'll certainly take this as a small victory as we continue to track towards our ultimate goal. So thank you for the recognition, and hopefully with approval, we'll continue this progression that we're seeing at our campus. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate everything you do. All right, bringing it back to the board for questions, comments, either for school leader or staff. Seeing none. Member Whitaker, you're unmuted. Did you have anything? Okay. All right, seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes-Sutton, I would make the motion to remove the academic notices of concern for Civica, Nevada Career and Collegiate Academy Elementary and Middle Schools and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second? All right, got a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. All right, motion carries unanimously. Is that everything on agenda item number 8, Dr. Broughton? I want to make sure I'm looking at this correctly.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, we will go on to agenda item number 9, Democracy Prep Nevada.
Democracy Prep Nevada received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2018 to 2019 school year. This notice of concern was continued in the 2022-2023 school year and elevated to a notice of breach in 2023-2024 as the school continued to not meet academic performance expectations on the NSPF and the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a second consecutive 1-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. As such, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority continue the academic notice of breach for the elementary school. It is also important to note that NRS 388A.300 requires the SPCSA to terminate the charter contract of a school that receives receives 3 consecutive 1-star NSPF ratings. Should the elementary school receive a 1-star rating in 2025 and 2026 and not meet any of the additional exemption criteria established by SB 460 in the 2025 legislative session, the charter contract must be terminated for the elementary school, which is grades K through 5. Additionally, Democracy Prep Nevada received an academic notice of concern for its middle school performance in the 23-24 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the school maintained a 2-star NSPF rating, but improved to a meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on the improvement on the SPCSA academic performance framework, SPCSA staff recommend that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the middle school to good standing, and a combined motion for both of those items can be found at the end of the recommendation memo. There are representatives from the school and board online as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there is a school leader from the Democracy Prep Nevada would like to speak, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Looks like, oh,
sorry, I don't know.
Okay, so there you are. Dr. G, go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. Good morning. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for the opportunity to sit in front of you today. Just want to give a little bit of context about what is happening on the DPAC campus so that you all are able to move forward with the best information. The elementary school, as you all know, has been working diligently to improve our star rating. We did see some improvement on the SPCSA's academic framework. We continue to work diligently to increase that success through curricular updates and a targeted plan of things that we are choosing to shift on our campus so that we are being more targeted in what is put in front of children every single day, being more pointed with the way we use and execute data, as well as a really strong focus and target on chronic absenteeism. We are excited about the reduction, being able to have a 32% reduction. And so those things coupled together with some very diligent and intentional points in our targeted plan around improving teacher development, improving teacher quality, and expanding our leadership team and what it looks like to develop teachers every single day to stand and deliver strong lesson plans. In terms of our middle school, again, our goal is to continue to push at the things that have gone well and continue to tweak along the way. We maintain being open to all feedback. We are deeply appreciative of both NDE and SPCSA as they have supported us along this way, and we are open to any questions and feedback that you have for us.
Thank you very much, Dr. G. We'll bring it back to the board, and I already see Member Salcido, you've got your hand up. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I got a question for staff first, and then one for the school. For staff, I know legally we're required to terminate the charter contract for that if it's 3 consecutive years, like you described. What happens if it's the charter contract with the School Like Democracy? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is with the school itself as opposed to the elementary school portion of it. How does that work?
So the way the mandatory termination provision works is the school and the board have the option, and it's really the board's discretion. But the board could choose to just close the elementary school and leave the middle school open should the middle school maintain financial viability on its own.
Okay, so we would have the ability to just split the baby, if you will. Okay.
Yeah, and that's true, not in this case, but like if it's one campus and a bigger network as well, like there's an option to just terminate the contract for the one campus or the one school level, not the whole program.
Okay, thank you. And then for the school, a quick question: is there something we can do to help?
You know, we always take more eyes on plans to help anything that you do know and what you bring forward. So we also have members from the SPCSA and NDE who will sometimes pop in and do visits with us and give us pointed feedback on the things that they have done. Our doors are open. We take any and all support. So whatever area you feel like is your area of strength, we welcome you to come do a walkthrough with us and give some support in an area that can help improve our planning, can help improve our data management, help improve just what we do every single day to improve teachers. Yeah, by all means, there's always things to do. And if that is a public declaration of support, I will send you an email.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. The pop-ins are a little difficult for me being up north, but whenever I am up there or down there. But yeah, if there's anything you ever think of from a board's perspective, or I know you're in constant communication with our staff, and I know they provide all the support they can, but if something ever comes to mind, please don't hesitate.
Thank you so much. We do appreciate that.
Thank you, Dr. G. And I see it looks like Tara Rains has her hand up. Are you affiliated with the school and had something to add to Mr. Salcido's question?
Yes, my name is Tara Rains. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I am the DPAC board chair this year, and Member Salcido, I want to echo Dr. G's enthusiastic welcome for any and all support. And I will be reaching out also so we can jump on a Zoom call and maybe grab coffee next time I'm up in Northern Nevada.
I look forward to that. I would love it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, any other questions or comments from board colleagues, either for staff or for school leadership? Ms. Rains, if you can go ahead and lower your hand, please. Yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions from board colleagues, so I will entertain a motion.
I guess Member Shanti Rosales can present that motion.
Go for it.
Continue the academic notice of breach for democracy prep Nevada Elementary School for the 2024-2025 school year. Additionally, remove the academic notice of concern for democracy prep Nevada Middle School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year. Is that the correct motion?
I believe so,
I believe
yes.
it is.
Thank
Member
you.
Holmsutton, second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Okay, moving right along, looks like we have agenda item number 10, the Discovery Charter School. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
For the 2024-2025 school year, the Discovery Charter School Hill Point Middle School received a 2-star NSPF rating and a does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this academic performance framework, or based on this academic performance, SPCSA staff recommends issuing an academic notice of concern, and a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo. And I do believe there are also representatives from the school I saw log on to this meeting.
Thank you very much. Okay, looks like Mr. Stern, you are good to go. You've got 5 minutes.
Thank you, members of the State Public Charter School Authority Board, for the opportunity to speak, and thank you to staff for all your support. Just wanted to give the board a clear picture of everything that's going on at Discovery and our intentions on moving forward. I took over as the executive director mid-year last year, the year that you're issuing the notice of concern for. The school had issues with compliance, had issues with academics when I took over. We were about 26% on time to turning our epicenter tasks in. We are currently 100% on time. We were a small school of 150 students in our middle school. We had our math teacher out on maternity leave right in the middle of the school year, and a few other issues going on. We have been very strategic since then. Our staff is fully staffed. We have quite a few interventions going on. We're working on chronic absenteeism. Everything in that metric that we need to address, we are addressing right now. And our preliminary data, we do iReady diagnostics 3 times a year, but we've done a mid-check and we're starting to see trends in the right direction. So we know that we're heading in the right direction. To give everyone a clear picture of Discovery, we did miss the 3-star mark in the middle school by a half a point on the NSPF rating. We know we will correct that this year. Hill Point Elementary School was a 3-star, and our Title I campus on the east side of town actually made it to 4-star this year. So we know we're heading in the right direction. We know all the right things are in place, and we are excited to be here this time next year with you removing this notice of concern. I'd entertain any questions you have.
Thank you, Mr. Stern. All right, we'll bring it back to board colleagues. If you have questions for staff or for Mr. Stern, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Shanti Rosales can do that one.
Go ahead.
The proposed motion is to issue an academic notice of concern for Discovery Charter School Hill Point Middle School for the 2024-2025 school year. Is that the correct motion?
Yes.
Member Holmes Sutton, second.
Thank you very much. And all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Stern. We look forward to seeing you next year when we remove this, hopefully. Take care. All right. Looks like we're on to agenda item number 11, Explore Academy. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Explore Academy received an academic notice of concern for its middle school performance in the 2022-2023 school year. This notice of concern was elevated to a notice of breach in the 2023-2024 school year, as the school earned a second consecutive 1-star rating on the NSPF, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the middle school received a 3rd consecutive 1-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. While NRS 388A.300 mandates charter contract termination when a school receives 3 1-star NSPF ratings in 3 consecutive years, SB 460 from the 2025 legislative session established a temporary exemption to these provisions when a school's NSPF performance meets certain criteria. Although Explore Academy Middle School received a 3rd consecutive 1-star NSPF rating, they met the SB 460 exemption criteria via an NSPF score that was within 10 points of a 2-star NSPF rating. Their score was 22, and the 2-star threshold is 29. They also had a 50% improvement in NSPF score over the prior year. Their previous score was 13. Their current score of 22 is a 69% improvement. As such, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority continue the academic notice of breach for the middle school, but noting that NRS 388A.300 does require the SPCSA to terminate a charter contract of a school that receives 3 consecutive 1-star NSPF ratings. And so should this middle school level receive a 1-star rating in the 2025-2026 school year and not meet the additional exemption criteria, the charter contract must be terminated for the middle school, which is grades 6 through 8. I will also note their high school has yet to receive a star rating throughout their 6-year contract.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there is a leader from the school who would like to add some comments, you may raise your hand and I will call on you. Looks like we have, is it Ali or Lee? Ali Taylor, sorry, go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Allie Taylor. I'm the principal here at Explore Academy. I wanted to thank you all for your support and guidance over the past couple of years. Though our school is not where we want to be or need to be, we are on an upward trajectory, which is a testament of the hard work and dedication of our staff. I appreciate the support you've provided and your continued support, and I'm available for any questions that you may have.
Thank you. And it looks like we have a Miss Karen, is it Warner? Is it also from the school?
Yes.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to say, Chair, our board chair, Abraham Gomez, again, my name's, sorry, Karen Warner, Director of Compliance, supporting Ally. Our governing board chair had intended to be here, but got called away to a work, his own work meeting of urgency. So he asked me to just, as board liaison, just share that Ally acknowledged her staff, I heard, but we want to acknowledge Ms. Taylor. She has been a phenomenal school leader in the few years she's been running this school, and it's to her testimony that the trajectory is in a positive direction, and I thank the SPCSA staff for recognizing that. And also wanted to just share with everyone that the governing board of this school also completely revamped in the last year, and they're very dedicated, and we had some struggles in the past, but they're really dedicated and engaged now, and just really proud of the work they're doing, even though we're not where we need to be quite yet. Thank you.
Thank you very much to both of you for being here and lending us that information. Okay, we'll bring it right back to the board. And by the way, Miss Potter, I see somebody waiting in the lobby. Oh, you got it. Okay. Bring it back to the board for discussion. If you have comments or questions for either school leadership or staff, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Oh, there we go. Member Stern, go ahead.
Member Stern, for the record, just briefly for the representatives from the school, I know you said that you're on the right trajectory, but if you could briefly share, you know, I know as the board we take no pleasure in closing schools, and so I would like to hear a little bit more about what concrete steps you're taking so that we won't be in that position next year. If you could just very briefly summarize what action steps you're working on, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for the question. We've done so many things. We've revamped how our students are preparing for students, how our teachers are preparing for students by revamping lesson plan expectations, which is a recommendation from the SPCSA with our site visit. I'm gonna take all feedback very seriously. We implement steps immediately. We are revamping how we do data. We do it on a weekly basis, looking at student data, implementing strategies to help students grow, as well as really building the partnership with our families by offering quarterly conferences, as well as forums for families to have input and understand what we're doing on our campus.
Ally, do you mind if I add just a little bit? Member Stern and members of the board, I think that another thing that's been an issue at the school has been our chronic absenteeism, and Ms. Taylor has been doing a phenomenal job of really attacking that and trying to address those needs for the students. Also wanted to share that one of the things about our school is that the demographics have changed drastically from when it first opened. The first couple of years was very different, and I think the SPCSA has recognized our diverse population, and it's been quite quite a drastic change in the makeup of our demographics over the course of the charter term. And I do think that Ms. Taylor has addressed that and the needs of the community in positive ways that are now showing their effects gradually, slowly but surely, in the direction we need to take our students. So just wanted to add that. Thank you for letting me.
Thank you very much. Any follow-up questions, Member Stern?
Member Stern, for the record, no, I appreciate the information from the school and wish them the very best of luck in their efforts to see those improvements. I look forward to seeing that.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Vice Chair Whitaker, go ahead.
Thank you, Vice Chair Whitaker. For the record, I had one question. Is there a reasoning why the high school hasn't not been rated? Not sure if that was mentioned, but.
They've not yet had a big enough graduating class in order to provide an NSPF rating. And Brandon will correct me if I'm wrong, but 2024, 2025, the graduating class was also not big enough to get an NSPF rating, which means that they still won't get a star rating for another at least 2 years.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Whitaker. Oh, go ahead, Ms. Taylor.
Allie Taylor for the record. I just wanted to state that we had our first graduating class 3 years ago, and we are. It was 6 seniors. Last year was 9. This year we're looking at about 27 seniors. So we are increasing that graduating class.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead, I would make the proposed motion to continue the academic notice of breach. I'm sorry, are you unable to hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I would make the proposed motion to continue the academic notice of breach for Explorer Academy Middle School for the 2024-2025 school year. My apologies for my voice.
Member Salcido will second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving right along, we have agenda item number 12 with Founders Classical Academy of Las Vegas. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
For the 2024-2025 school year, the Founders Classical Academy of Las Vegas Elementary School received a 2-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA Academic Performance Framework. Based on this academic performance, the SPCSA staff recommends issuing an academic notice of concern, and a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you very much. And do we have any school leaders who would like a moment to make comments? Okay, I see Mr. James Kuzma. You have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I wasn't planning on having comment, but since everybody else is, I'll go ahead and do it. We're going through the 5 stages of grief here at Founders. We've never been a 2-star school, so this is new territory for us. Our academic performance framework slipped from a 71 last year to 36. It almost seems statistically impossible to lose that many points in 1 year. And our NSPF score went down to 36 this year. So again, we've never been a 2-star. So we have been feverishly working hard. We've now started to make moves towards using iReady, which we've never used before. We've worked with a consultant to bring in to help us to get an external viewpoint to see what it is that we're up against. Being a classical school, our curriculum is aligned heavily with the Hillsdale model, and it doesn't always align with the state standards. So we have to go do an extra kind of a job to make sure that we're doing both of those curriculums. We are very happy this year that our high school is very close to 5-star, and it should be next year for sure. And our middle school maintained a 3-star setting, but we aren't making any excuses. And next year, this won't happen again. I'll assure you on that. I think my school board president is here too. I don't know if she wanted to say a few words or not.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Jamie Combs. I'm the board chair of Founders Classical Academy. I just wanted to take a brief moment to thank you for allowing us to appear and just let you know that the board is working closely with school leadership to identify what we need to do to improve the performance of the school, of our elementary school, consistent with that of our upper school and our high school, and the standards that we believe we should be reflecting. I know our teachers, administrators, and our staff are working tirelessly to self-evaluate and support our elementary school students to achieve a 3-star rating or 4-star rating or whatever rating that we can achieve next year above 2 stars. So thank you again for allowing us to appear and comment.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Okay, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Do I have any questions or comments from board colleagues for staff or for school leadership? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes Sutton, I would make the proposed motion to issue an academic notice of concern for Founders Classical Academy of Las Vegas Elementary School for the 2024-2025 school year.
Board
Vice
Member Al-Dabei, second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much for your time and dedication today. All right, moving right along, we have agenda item number 13, Freedom Classical Academy. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Freedom Classical Academy received an academic notice of breach for its elementary school performance in the 2018-2019 school year. The notice of breach was continued in the 2022-2023 school year and 2023-2024 as the elementary campus did not meet academic performance expectations on the NSPF or the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school did receive a 2-star NSPF rating and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. But as mentioned in the presentation earlier, because they did not receive a 1-star rating, we are recommending that we reduce the notice of breach to a notice of concern for the 2024-2025 school year. And a proposed motion can be found at the end of that recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And if there are any school leaders from Freedom Classical Academy, you can raise your hand if you want to say a few words. Now calling you. Mr. Christensen, go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Sure. My name is Jeremy Christensen. I'm the Executive Director for Freedom Classical Academy. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. We're excited that we saw significant improvement in our elementary school this last year. We're within striking distance of that 3-star initial goal, and we hope to be back next year and be out of any notice at all and be meeting performance expectations. So we're working hard and expect to be 3-star. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. All right, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. If my colleagues have questions or comments, raise your hand. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Vice Chair Whitaker will make the motion to reduce the academic notice of breach for Freedom Classic Academy Elementary School to an academic notice of concern for the 2024-2025 school year.
Member Holmes Sutton, second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, moving right along, we have agenda item number 14, Future Edge Charter Academy. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
For the 2024-2025 school year, the Future Edge Charter Academy Elementary School received their second consecutive 1-star NSPF rating and a below standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this academic performance framework, SPCSA staff recommends issuing an academic notice of breach. Future Edge Charter Academy transferred from Clark County School District to the SPCSA sponsorship on July 1st, 2025, and is therefore not currently under SPCSA academic notice. However, the elementary school's one-star NSPF rating for the 24-25 school year is the school's second consecutive one-star rating. As a result, the elementary campus, which is grades K through 5, may be at risk of mandatory charter termination if it receives another one-star rating for 2025-2026, as outlined in NRS 388A.300. Accordingly, SPCSA staff recommend placing the school on the intervention letter at the level of a notice of breach, which is a little bit different than the typical initial notice of concern. There is a proposed motion found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there are, looks like we've got a member here. There you are, Miss Guthrie. If you'd like to say a few words, you've got 5 minutes.
Thank you to the Charter Authority for the opportunity to speak. My name is Kristen Guthrie, and I'm the principal at Future Edge Charter Academy. I want to begin being fully transparent. As the SPCSA staff site visitors witnessed on October 1st, our level 1 star rating does not reflect the vision or the environment that we have for our students, nor does it represent the capacity of our instructional team at Future Edge. One of our major contributing factors to the 1-star rating was the continuity of teachers and staffing instability that disrupted the instructional consistency and the assessment readiness for our student position is filled, and our focus is on retention of teachers, coaching, and professional development that has already been strengthened. We have the stability we need at this point to accelerate our growth. Next week, our leadership team is holding an instructional retreat with our EMO, all of our teacher leaders, and our administrative team to finalize our corrective action plan and the guidance that is directly aligned to the feedback we did receive from the site evaluation that took place on October 1st with the SPCSA staff. Some of those items that have already been implemented and are being refined are the MTSS and intervention system. We're using iReady this year for the first time. Weekly data-driven PLCs with our teachers. We have partnered with Opportunity 180 and are partnered with ANET to focus on those interim assessments for the SBAC test coming up at the end of the school year, and then strengthening the consistent walkthroughs and coaching cycles for our teachers. And per our summer retreat, we've already began the targeted small group instruction and the data-driven lesson planning that we know it takes to see consistent student progress. So I want to emphasize that the systems are in motion. They're not just written down on paper, but they are actually in practice at the moment. And I want to state our commitment with clarity. We are not a 1-star level school in our mindset, in our effort, or in our capacity. We are a school on a journey to 5 stars, and every action that we're taking from this point is intentional. It is aligned to the SPCSA expectations, and we are accelerating as fast as we can. And so I'm here to take full accountability. We know what caused the level 1, and we have addressed it, and we already began the work that will move Future Edge from a level 1 to a level 2 and onward to 5 stars. So I thank you guys for your partnership, your oversight, your commitment to our students. And at this point, I'll turn it over to Dr. Greta P.A., who's our school board president, with the time left.
Thank you, Principal Guthrie, and to the chair and the board members. I will stay within the 5 minutes. I'm going to speak very quickly. I'm very proud to serve as the chair for Future Ed and to support Ms. Guthrie. We take this seriously as a board, and the partnership with Opportunity 180, the Good to Great initiative, was the best thing the board could have done to support Ms. Guthrie and her leadership team. Partnering with Opportunity 180 have given us the opportunity to strengthen data collection, instructional analysis, and great decision-making practices. And just recently, because of the October 1st visit from the state charter, We made a conscious decision during our last board meeting to revise our bylaws to implement mandatory 3-year rotation cycles for board members. That has never been done before, and this will really help us to bring in multiple perspective so that we can get fresh perspective, stronger oversight, and continuous innovation, constantly recruiting for new board members so that we can move that 1-star rating. And additionally, this summer, the board approved for additional staffing allocation so that Ms. Guthrie could have a school counselor and an instructional coach to support. That coach will provide wraparound services that are necessary for students and for staff so that we can move on that continuum and that trajectory of moving from that star 1 rating. So as a board chair, this is no excuses. We take this seriously. We are so happy that you all came to visit, and whatever assistance that we need, Ms. Guthrie and her team, we will have no pride, will not allow pride to get in our way, and we'll reach out for assistance when needed so that we can move that star rating. So thank you for everything that you've done to support us.
Thank you very much. And you were just 8 seconds away from time, so very well timed. Okay, bringing it back to the board for discussion. Do any board colleagues have comments or questions for staff or for the school leadership? None. I will entertain a motion. Go ahead, Dr. Adaba.
Hi, sorry. Hi, this is board member Aldava. I just want to commend, the school leadership for one, utilizing the space to come forward and provide us with, an action plan, right, of what is happening. And also just taking accountability, right? We know it's not easy. There are challenges, and we really hope that and then again, I wish you success in the future, but what really stood out is just that accountability piece. And so I just want to say thank you for that, and thank you for being forthcoming and being able to just share with us, right, what is happening and how you all are planning to move forward. So again, thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Dr. Aldaba. Do I have a motion?
Member Holmes Sutton, I would make the proposed motion that we issue an academic notice of breach to Future Charter Academy Elementary School for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair
Member
Wood.
Gonzalez will second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Before we go into agenda item number 15, I have received some requests for a convenience break. So I'd like to do maybe 11 minutes. We can come back at 11 o'clock a.m. if that's fine. All right, we will temporarily adjourn and we'll be back at 11 a.m. sharp. Okay, we will bring the meeting back to order. Can everyone hear me? Okay, good. All right, 11 a.m., bringing it back to order. I think we're on agenda item number 15, Honors Academy of Literature.
All right. Honors Academy of Literature received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2022-2023 school year. The notice of concern was elevated to a notice of breach in the 2023-2024 school year due to a one-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 2-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Due to this improved academic performance, SPCSA staff recommends reducing the academic notice of breach to an academic notice of concern. A proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And it looks like we have Mr. or Miss Morency. Sorry, I can't see you.
Hi, good morning. Yes, Dr. Andy Morency, Principal and Executive Director for the record. Thank you for your time today. As always, thank you to the SPCSA staff for their support and board members for your continued leadership. We just wanted to take this opportunity, again, in your presence to express our concerns around the disproportionate way that small schools are impacted in the NSPF. A small N size seems to have a very large impact on small schools. This plays out in the SPCSA's portfolio, but also with the state as a whole, looking like that number threshold's about 250, where we see a big drop off in star rating. So just wanted the opportunity to say that again. Additionally, express some frustration and concern around reductions in funding to accommodate new schools opening. We were able to put in some different supports and initiatives that I do think impacted our overall star rating last year. However, we are receiving about half of our Title I funding this year, even though we had an increase in our percent eligible. And also a large reduction in our special ed funding. And we sit at about between 22 and 23% of our student body service under IDEA. So those are absolutely impact our ability to do our good work, and we're excited for this school year and hopefully to not be on this list next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Morency. Bring it back to the board for discussion. Any comments or questions from board colleagues, either for school leadership or staff? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Stern, for the record.
Board member.
Nope, go ahead, Member Stern, I heard you.
Member Stern, for the record, I will make the motion to reduce the academic notice of breach for Honors Academy of Literature Elementary School to an academic notice of concern for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Board member Andava, I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on to agenda item number 16, Imagine Schools at Mountain View. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
All right, for the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school campus of Imagine School at Mountain View earned a 3-star rating under the NSPF and received a meet standard rating on the SPCSA performance framework. They are, I don't know why I don't have that in my notes, but they are currently under an academic notice of breach due to 2 previous 1-star NSPF ratings. However, due to this increased performance, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of breach and return the elementary school to good standing. And a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you very much. And if we have a representative from the school, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Schaefer. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning, board members. Prior to receiving our first one-star rating, we completed an in-depth analysis on identifying 4 priority areas: increasing effectiveness of Tier 1 instruction, increasing teacher retention, using data to inform decision-making, and reducing chronic student absenteeism. Building systems within these priority areas while staying consistent and transparent with staff has yielded successful academic results. Looking to the future, Imagine Schools at Mountain View will continue to take these priority areas to the next level as we reflect on feedback, progress monitor growth, and make adjustments as needed. We are extremely proud of the hard work of our students and staff in achieving the 3-star rating, exiting 17 EL students, and maintaining a loving and safe community. We look forward to our future and the continued success that we'll achieve. I believe that our board president also would like to make some remarks.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Winkler.
Good morning, Chair and members of the board. For the record, this is Kristen Winkler, Governing Board President of Imagine School at Mountain View, and I just wanted to take this moment to commend our ISMV community, including the admin led by Principal Nicole Schaefer-Haley, our faculty, our students, our families that have supported, and our regional support team with Imagine Schools as well. This school has continued to take the board along on their journey and kept us in the loop every step of the way of the school performance plan that was created and executed diligently and continues to propel their efforts for this school year. So we're incredibly proud of the work and the results. By no means is the school slowing down. They had a motto of level up last year that the team celebrated as a whole, and this year has put forward their next level motto that they're embodying. So I just thank you for the time today and the recommendation of removal of our breach. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you both. We appreciate everything you do. All right, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Do I have any comments or questions from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Board Member Aldava, I move to remove the academic notice of breach for Imagine Schools at Mountain View Elementary School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much, and well done to the school for all your hard work. Moving it right along, we have agenda item number 17, Learning Bridge Charter School. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Learning Bridge Charter School received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 1-star NSPF rating, down from their 2-star rating last year, and a below standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this academic performance, SPCSA staff recommends elevating the academic notice of concern to a notice of breach. And a proposed motion can be found on the last page at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there are any folks from the school who would like to make some comments, please raise your hand. Go ahead, Ms. Campbell, you have 5 minutes.
Hi, thank you guys for the opportunity to speak. I am new to Learning Bridge this year as the school administrator and new to charter school, so I've had a few months of a learning curve. I would like to say thank you for the support. Everyone I've reached out to at SPCSA has been fantastic in getting back to me and answering all of my questions, so I truly appreciate that. I cannot tell you what happened last year. I can tell you what we are doing differently this year. We are focusing on professional development, especially in science of reading PD for our K-5 teachers. We have implemented MTSS and we are doing Tier 2 interventions K-5, and we are working on math and investigating a new math curriculum. So my goal is next year that I'm here to get rid of the notice of breach and to tell you that we've been successful in all of those things. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. All right, we'll bring you back to the board. Any questions or comments? Oh.
This is Bruce Eldridge, the board president.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your time today. I want to also express my support that you give us and have given our new administrator. She's doing a great job of going to the root causes of what our issues are in our learning environments. And we have also hired an assistant administrator. We made the position available. She made the hire, and that has helped her be able to support our classroom teachers so much more than the support they received in the past. And she also has a network to recruit from when teaching positions become open to get more licensed teachers in our school. So she has a lot of experience in helping our kids and our students, our staff members, teach our students to read better so that they can perform better in the classroom in these learning environments. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, bringing it back to the board. Do I have any questions from board colleagues for school leadership or staff? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes Sutton, I would make the proposed motion to elevate the academic notice of concern for Learning Bridge Charter School Elementary School to an academic notice of breach for the 2024-2025 school year.
Vice Chair Whitaker will second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, agenda item number 18, Legacy Traditional Schools. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
All right, there's 3 different items for Legacy Traditional Schools, so I'll kind of talk about them in order. And then there's one combined proposed motion at the end of their recommendation memo. So we'll start with the North Valley campus of Legacy Traditional Schools. They received an academic notice of breach for their elementary school performance in the 2018 to 2019 school year. This notice of breach was continued in 2022-2023 and 2023-2024 as the school did not meet academic performance expectations on the NSPF or the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 4-star NSPF rating and a meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this improvement, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of breach and return the elementary school to good standing. Additionally, the middle school at the North Valley campus of Legacy Traditional Schools received an academic notice of concern for academic performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the middle school received a 4-star NSPF rating and a meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this improvement, SPCSA staff additionally recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the middle school to good standing. And then finally, the Cadence campus of Legacy Traditional Schools received an academic notice of concern for the elementary school performance in the 2018 to 2019 school year. This notice of concern was continued in 2022-2023 and elevated to a notice of breach in 2023-2024 due to ongoing 2-star NSPF ratings and does not meet standard ratings on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 2-star NSPF rating and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Because, like I mentioned in the previous presentation, because they received a 2-star rather than a 1-star rating, SPCSA staff recommends reducing the notice of breach to a notice of concern for the Cadence Elementary School. And as I mentioned, a combined proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo, and I do see representatives from the school who are available.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Ms. Curtis.
Thank you. Good morning, Board Chair Dixon and members of the board. For the record, Dr. Tiffany Curtis, Superintendent of Legacy Traditional Schools, Las Vegas. I appreciate the opportunity to briefly discuss the direction of the district. Across our 3 campuses, we are focused on 3 strategic priorities only: academic achievement, professional practice, and culture and climate. We believe refining our instructional and organizational leadership will help create consistency and results across all the schools. With that, I will pass it over to Natalie Burgess, the Associate Superintendent, to discuss the North Valley performance specifically.
Good morning, everybody and members of the board. This is Natalie Burgess, Associate Superintendent for the record. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak with you today. I would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our administrators, teachers, students, as well as the support provided by our EMO, our school board, and the collaboration that we engaged in with the consulting group in achieving the strong improved results at the North Valley Elementary and Middle School campuses. Through an increased focus on data analysis, strengthening Tier 1 instruction, and implementing targeted intervention efforts, we have achieved meaningful gains reflected in our higher star ratings. While we are pleased with this progress, our district leadership team remains committed to sustaining and building upon these successes at the North Valley campus. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Tony Davis, principal of our Cadence campus.
Good morning, everyone. Tony Davis, principal at Legacy Cadence in Henderson. I'm excited to be the principal this year at the Cadence campus. I joined Legacy this summer. I just want to reiterate the strength of the team that we have in the Legacy brand in Las Vegas. We have a great leadership. We've got some schools that are really turning a huge progress in their performance, and the Cadence campus is fully aligned with the Legacy initiatives, including using instructional observations to improve instruction, providing strong Tier 1 instruction with complex text in our reading programs. We have aligned pacing guides across all the schools. We have an increased emphasis on the MTSS model, use of common assessments that we also share those resources with the other campuses. And we have a really dynamic collaboration with the administrators and instructional teams at the other schools that are supporting our continued progress to help the Cadence campus improve to 3 stars.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you all. I'll bring you back to the board for discussion. Any questions or comments from board colleagues for school leadership or staff? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I'd be happy to make it, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Member Salcido motions that we remove the academic notice of breach for Legacy Traditional Schools North Valley Elementary School and the academic notice of concern for its middle school, and return both campuses to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year. Additionally, I move that we reduce the academic notice of breach for Legacy Traditional School Cadence Elementary School to an academic notice of concern for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Member Homestead, second.
Board Member Andava, second.
I got 3 seconds. We'll take Member Holmes Sutton just because I think I heard you first. Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed, please say nay. The motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Appreciate everything you do over at the school. I will say we're moving right along to agenda item number 19. Just as a reminder, member Salcido has recused himself from this, so we'll note his abstention when it comes to voting on this item later on. Go ahead, Dr. Broughton.
Mater Academy of Northern Nevada received an academic notice of concern for the elementary school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 4-star NSPF rating and an exceed standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on these improvements, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the elementary school to good standing.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And if we have any leaders from the school, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call on you. Oh, go ahead, Principal Maricini. You have 5 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for letting me present today. My name's Gia Maricini, and I am the proud principal of Mater Academy. We are thrilled to be being removed today from the notice of concern. I have Amanda Safford, our vice chair from our board, with us today, and we couldn't be more excited Our students and our staff have done some incredible things over the last year, and we were thrilled to see that our scores represented that. Does anyone have any questions for me today?
Was Ms. Safford gonna make any comments as well?
I don't think so. I think she was just planning to be here as support.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Okay, we'll bring it back to the board. Any questions or comments from my board colleagues? No? Okay, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead and I would make the proposed motion to remove the academic notice of concern for Mater Academy of Northern Nevada Elementary School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair Whitaker.
Shanti Rosales, second.
Vice Chair beat you to it. Okay, and since we do have an abstention, I just want to be very careful. If we can do a roll call vote, please, Danny.
Yes, we can. You caught me off guard there a little bit. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Member Stern.
Aye.
Member Shanti Rosales.
Yes.
Member Richards.
Yes.
Member Holmes Sutton.
Aye.
Member Aldaba.
Aye.
Vice Chair Whitaker.
Aye.
Chair Thigpen.
Aye. All right. Thank you very much. The motion passes with those votes and the one abstention, of course. Thank you very much for all that you do. Appreciate you and congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're going on to agenda item number 20, Nevada Connections Academy. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Nevada Connections Academy received an academic notice of concern for the high school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the high school received a 3-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on the improved NSPF rating, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the high school to good standing.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If we do have a leader from the school who would like to speak, go ahead and raise your hand. Go ahead, Mr. McBride, you've got 5 minutes.
All right. Good morning, SPSA staff and members of the board. I am Dr. Chris McBride. I am now in my 9th year as superintendent at Nevada Connections Academy. We are thrilled with the improvements that we have made and are continuing to work hard to make even greater improvements. We recently had a site visit by SPSA staff, received a lot of good feedback, a lot of strengths were noted, as well as the recommendations that they provided are 100% aligned with our school performance plan and what we are doing to continue to work hard to improve the school. I do appreciate all your time, and we do have Dr. Scott Harrington, our board president, who I think may want to say a few words as well.
Go ahead, Dr. Harrington.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank the SPCSA board for helping us keep our schools accountable, and then recognize Dr. McBride and his leadership team, the teachers and the staff, families, and students. We've expanded our board and continue to focus on our data and making data-based decisions. But again, I want to thank you for helping keep our schools accountable.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you both. Okay, we'll bring you back to board colleagues for discussion. Do we have any questions for school leadership or staff? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead.
Board Member Aldaba, I move.
I think Member Holmes Sutton got there first. Go ahead.
I can certainly defer to my board colleague.
All right, go ahead, Dr. Aldaba.
Thank you. Board Member Aldaba, for the record, I move to remove The motion to remove, apologies, the academic notice of concern for Nevada Connections Academy High School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Member
Thank you. Do I have a
Homestead,
second?
second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, we are again skipping agenda item number 21 that had mentioned Nevada Prep Charter School. That will be handled at next month's meeting. So we will go to agenda item number 22, Nevada Virtual Charter School. Thank you, Dr. Brodden.
Nevada Virtual Charter School received an academic notice of concern for its middle school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the middle school received a 2-star NSPF rating and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. As such, SPCSA staff recommend that the authority continue the academic notice of concern for the middle school at Nevada Virtual Charter School.
Thank you, Dr. Brodden. And if we have any school leaders on the call, go ahead and raise your hand and I will call on you. Go ahead, Ms. Hamilton, you've got 5 minutes.
Good morning, board. Thank you so much for this opportunity to appear before you. We were disappointed with our scores this past year, of course. We are going to continue our double block schedule. We did see some promise with that, exposing kids to more time for ELA and math instruction. And additionally, we've added a position to intentionally support improved instruction in a classroom. Along with that, we are also working with a consultant who is going to help us kind of focus our goals so that every goal is focused toward improved student achievement that will impact the Nevada School Performance Framework as well as the SPCSA framework too. And we look forward to making those improvements this year so that we can get off of this notice of concern for next year. I'd like to mention also that Samantha Morris is on in support. She just had a grandbaby, so she's up north in Nevada, I believe, as is Dr. Denson. But I'm speaking on behalf of the school. We're looking forward to improving our ratings.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton and team. We appreciate you. All right, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Do we have any questions or comments from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead, I would make the proposed motion to continue the academic notice of concern for Nevada Virtual Charter School Middle School for the 2024-2025 school year.
Member Salcido.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Thank you, Member Salcido. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Okay, agenda item number 23, Quest Preparatory Academy. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Quest Preparatory Academy received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2022-2023 school year. This notice of concern was elevated to a notice of breach in the 2023-2024 school year due to a second consecutive 1-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, Quest Preparatory Academy received an astounding 4-star NSPF rating and an exceed standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this significant improvement, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of breach and return the elementary school to good standing. This is one of the schools Dr. Gaitan identified earlier that had a 3-star improvement in ratings.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there's a school leader with us today who would like to say some words, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call on you. Go ahead, Ms. Zadvith or Vith.
Good morning, it's Ms. Vith. I just wanted to say we're very pleased as well with our dramatic growth for our elementary. We want to keep those high standards for elementary school and middle school moving forward. So onward to 5 stars, that's our goal.
We'd like to hear that. Thank you very much for everything you've done to get there. All right, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Any questions, comments from my board colleagues? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Member Holmes Sutton, I'll make the proposed motion to remove the academic notice of breach for Quest Preparatory Academy Elementary School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you, Member Holmes Sutton. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair Whitaker. Yeah.
Thank you, Vice Chair. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes unanimously. Congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, agenda item number 24, Sage Collegiate Public Charter School. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Sage Collegiate Public Charter School received an academic notice of concern for the elementary school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a second consecutive one-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this academic performance, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority elevate the academic notice of concern to a notice of breach for the elementary school. It is also critical to note that NRS 388A.300 requires the SPCSA to terminate the charter contract of a school that receives 3 consecutive one-star NSPF ratings. Should the elementary school receive a one-star rating in the 2025-2026 school year and not meet any of the additional exemption criteria established by SB 460 in the 2025 legislative session, the charter contract must be terminated for the elementary school, which serves grades kindergarten through 5th grade. Additionally, Sage Collegiate Public Charter School received an academic notice of concern for its middle school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the school received a 2-star NSPF rating, but improved to a meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this improvement, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of concern and return the middle school to good standing. And a combined motion for both of those items can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. If there's any school leadership from Sage Collegiate on the line, raise your hand and I will call on you if you'd like to make any comments. Go ahead, Ms. Kinney, you've got 5 minutes.
Hi, both the board chair and I are on the line, but we do not plan to make any comments. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Do I have any questions or comments from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes Sutton will make the proposed motion to elevate the academic notice of concern for Sage Collegiate Public Charter School Elementary School to an academic notice of breach for the 24-25 school year. Additionally, remove the academic notice of concern for Sage Collegiate Public Charter School Middle School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you, Member Holmes Sutton. Do I have a second?
Board Member Aldaba, second.
Thank you, Board Member Aldaba. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on, we have agenda item number 25, Silver Sands Montessori Charter School. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Silver Sands Montessori Charter School received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2022-2023 school year. This notice of concern was elevated to a notice of breach in the 2023-2024 school year due to a 1-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the school received a 3-star NSPF rating, and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. Based on this improvement, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notice of breach and return the elementary school to good standing, and a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo, and there are representatives from the school on the line.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. School leaders, if you are here with us, you can raise your hand and I'll call on you if you'd like to make some comments. I don't see names, but I see people. Go right ahead. Be sure to state your name for the record. You've got 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Sheila Palumbo, principal at Silver Sands for the record. And with me, I have Ms. Denise almost green. Our Director of Operations, also, I have Mr. Jonathan Valencia. He is our assistant principal and also our middle school science teacher. I simply want to say that we are super excited that we have improved from the 1-star to a 3-star rating. We're proud, super proud of our students. The staff has implemented many daily interventions in the areas of reading and math that our students would be able to show that academic success. We know that we still have a lot of work to do to continue to improve our star ratings to get to that 5-star, and we are committed in doing so. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And if you have any questions, we are available.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll bring it back to the board. If we have any questions or comments for school leaders or for staff, go ahead and raise your hand. I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes-Sutton, I will make the proposed motion to remove the academic notice of breach for Silver Sands Montessori Charter School Elementary School and return the school to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair Whitaker will second.
Thank you, Vice Chair. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations. And thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Agenda item 26, Somerset Academy of Las Vegas. Back to you, Dr. Rodden.
Somerset Academy of Las Vegas Losi campus received an academic notice of concern for its elementary and middle school performance in the 2023-2024 school year. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 4-star NSPF rating and an exceed standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework, while the middle school received a 3-star NSPF rating and a meet standard rating. Based on these improvements, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority remove the academic notices of concern and return the elementary and middle schools to good standing, and a proposed motion can be found at the end of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And it looks like we have Ms. Scoble on the line. Hopefully I said that right. Go ahead. You've got 5 minutes.
Hello, Jessica Scoble, principal at Somerset Academy Losi for the record. I just wanted to make one correction. My elementary school was actually a 5-star this year. And I believe we are the only 5-star elementary school in the city of North Las Vegas. And we are very proud of that achievement. I'd like to thank obviously our my teachers and my staff at Somerset for doing the hard work for our students and our students for their great achievements, but also for the entire Somerset Academy and for our Academica family that has been so supportive throughout our growing process as we've done the work here at Losi to provide really strong support for our students in this community. I know our board president, John Bentham, is also on the line, and I'm going to give him the opportunity to speak as well if he would like to say anything.
Thank you. Go right ahead. Oh, looks like needs to be let in.
Apologies there. They are here now.
Mr. Bentham, go ahead if you'd like to make some comments. You've got a little bit, about over 3 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I don't have anything formal except just to say thank you for allowing us to continue educating our Vegas youth. We've worked hard over the last few years to really improve all of our system, all of our schools within the system. All the principals are longstanding and have a commitment to educating, and I think everyone has really done a good job, and that's evident in the results that you saw this past year.
Thank you, Mr. Bentham and Ms. Scoble. Appreciate you. We'll bring it back to the board. All right, board colleagues, if you have any questions or comments for school leadership or for staff, go ahead and raise your hand. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead proposes the motion to remove the academic notices of concern for Somerset Academy of Las Vegas Losi Campus Elementary and Middle Schools and return the schools to good standing for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair Whitaker will second.
Thank you, Vice Chair. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations. Thank you for all that you do. All right, agenda item number 27, Sports Leadership and Management of Nevada. Back to you, Dr. Broughton.
Thank you. Before I do that, I will just apologize to Somerset Academy of Nevada. It should have been a 5-star rating for the Losi Elementary School. So I apologize, I misspoke. It is also incorrect on the narrative section of the recommendation memo, which we will also fix. Agenda item 27 is Sports Leadership and Management of Nevada. They received an academic notice of concern for its elementary school performance in the 2022-2023 school year. The notice of concern was continued in the 2023-2024 school year as the elementary campus did not meet academic performance expectations on the NSPF or on the SPCSA academic performance framework. For the 2024-2025 school year, the elementary school received a 2-star NSPF rating and it does not meet standard rating on the SPCSA academic performance framework. As such, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority continue the academic notice of concern for the elementary school.
Thank you, Dr. Broughton. And if we have any school leaders from Sports Leadership on the line, I think I see Miss Myro. Hopefully I said that right. Go ahead. You've got 5 minutes.
Hi there, this is Dan Triana and Miss Myro. We have a new leadership change with our elementary school. Miss Myro is leading the charge. She's our new quarterback at Slime Elementary. I just wanted to first start off by thanking the SPCSA board and all SPCSA representatives for your accountability and for your support through the years. Our middle school has attained 5 stars back-to-back years. Our high school attained 5 stars this past year. I believe we're the only 5-star Title I high school in the state of Nevada. Things that we're very proud of. Our elementary school is still emerging. We've completed 4 years there. We were straining forward to being out of the notice of concern status, but we feel that this will be our last year of having that status. We've got a lot of systems and structures in place, a lot of outside supports. Slime Foundation and RTB is very involved more than ever this year, working close with them. And Ms. Myro comes with a lot of expertise in elementary school. Any questions?
Thank you very much. I'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Board colleagues, if you have any questions for school leaders or staff, go ahead and raise your hand. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead proposes the motion to continue the academic notice of concern for Sports Leadership and Management in Nevada Elementary School for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you, Member Homestead. Do I have a second?
Member Richards, I'll second.
Thank you, Member Richards. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to hearing as things progress. All right, moving things along, we are again, as a reminder, skipping agenda item 28, the Young Women's Leadership Academy, and moving into agenda item 29, charter school contract renewal applications. And this goes to you, Mr. Peltier.
Okay, thank you, Chair Thigpen. First up is Beacon Academy. Beacon Academy submitted an application to renew its charter contract as the current charter contract expires June 30th, 2026. Beacon is a blended public charter school with two brick and mortar brick and mortar campuses and online options, and currently serves 1,087 students in grades 9 through 12. The Beacon renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. Beacon is a mission-driven public charter school dedicated to serving Nevada's most at-risk high school students. More than 90% of the student population qualifies under NRS 385.740, far exceeding the statutory minimum and demonstrating the unwavering commitment to providing a true alternative pathway to graduation for students who have struggled in traditional settings. Beacon's academic performance has been rated on the Nevada School Performance Framework and the Nevada Alternative Performance Framework 4 times during this charter term. Per NRS 388A.274, charter schools approved by the Nevada State Board of Education to be rated on the Nevada Alternative Performance Framework have the SPCSA academic framework replaced by the Nevada Alternative Performance Framework. This update was made for the 23-24 academic school year. Beacon has consistently exhibited strong academic performance over the charter term relative to its student populations and ratings on the Nevada Alt framework. The high school has historically met performance expectations according to the Nevada APF. This level of performance was reaffirmed in 21-22, 22-23, and 23-24 Alt framework ratings. Beacon has not exhibited any major organizational or financial performance concerns over the course of its current charter term. Ultimately, because the academic performance of Beacon has been consistently at or above expected performance levels on the Alt framework throughout the charter term, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority renew Beacon Academy for a 6-year charter term beginning July 1st, 2026. A proposed motion can be found on page 5 of the recommendation memo.
Thank you, Mr. Peltier. Dr. McAdin, can you remind me for this agenda item, are we, oh, never mind, I got my answer. Okay, if school leaders are on the line, we will go ahead and open it up to comments. Go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call on you. Go ahead, Ms. Demore, hopefully I said that right. You've got 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. I'm just Andrea Demore for the record. Just so very thankful for the renewal, and we look forward to continuing to help our families here in Clark County for at least another 6 years.
Thank you. And I see we have Ms. Bellinger on the line as well.
Thank you, Chair Thigpen and SPCSA members. I too am the Executive Director of Operations for Beacon, and like Andrea Demore, just wanted to say that we extend our sincere gratitude to the SPCSA for the recommendation of a 6-year charter renewal. And we're really looking forward to the next 6 years and continuing to work together to partner in the years ahead to serve as many at-risk students as we can. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion. Do you have any board colleagues that have questions for staff or school leadership? Go ahead and raise your hand. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Homestead makes the proposed motion to approve the Beacon Academy renewal application for a 6-year term beginning July 1st, 2026, and the enrollment caps is outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of academic, financial, or organization underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you, Member Homestead. Do I have a second?
Second, Member Salcido.
Thank you, Member Salcido. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And congrats to the school for another 6 years. We appreciate you. All right. 29B, Elko Institute for Academic Achievement. Back to you, Danny.
Thank you, Chair Thigpen. Danny Peltier for the record. Elko Institute for Academic Achievement submitted an amendment application to renew its charter contract as the current charter contract expires on June 30th, 2026. EIAA is a brick and mortar public charter school that currently serves 395 students in kindergarten through 8th grade on one campus in Elko County. The EIAA renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. EIAA is a K through 8 public charter school. The shared actions of teachers and staff provide students with an academic environment that is devoted to creating passionate, lifelong learners. The school is active with teachers in the professional development opportunities focused on data-based decision-making to create authentic learning opportunities for students. EIAA focuses on students taking agency in their own learning based on personal abilities and interests to establish academic goals for the year. ELCO has consistently exhibited strong academic performance over the charter term, consistently earning at least 4-star ratings. The elementary and middle school programs have historically met performance expectations according to the NSPF. This level of performance has been reaffirmed by the 21-22, 22-23, 23-24, 24-25 SPCSA academic performance ratings, as well as the star ratings issued by the Nevada Department of Education for those previously mentioned school years. ELCO has not exhibited any major organizational or financial performance concerns over the course of the current charter term. Ultimately, because of the academic performance of ELCO, has been consistently at or above expected performance levels throughout the charter term, SPCSA staff recommends the authority renew ELCO for an 8-year charter term beginning July 1st, 2026. A proposed motion can be found on page 5 of the recommendation memo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peltier. And if we have school leaders on the line, go ahead and raise your hand. If you would like to make some comments, I will call on you. I see Ashley on the line. Go ahead, unmute yourself. You've got 5 minutes.
Hi,
Make sure to state your full name for the record. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Ashley Perkins, administrator for EIAA and ELCO. I just want to say thank you to all of the staff at the SPCSA who's always there to support us and help.
Oh, you've muted yourself.
The people that have helped us through our incorporating hot lunch for our students have been super helpful. We've also started some transportation, which has been a little bit of a struggle this year, trying to find certified bus drivers. But everybody down at the transportation department at NDE have been helpful. So we definitely have a lot of people to thank for where we're at, but we'll continue to show up every day and bust our tails, and our teachers work hard. So if you have any questions.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. All right, we'll bring it back to the board. Do I have any questions or comments from board colleagues? Go ahead, Member Stern.
Member Stern, for the record, just one quick question for staff. How long was their prior charter for, the one that's expiring?
Let's see here. So the prior charter term was for, let's see here, 5 years? Was it 5 years? I have to double check. I didn't have that.
I think they had a 6-year term.
Yeah, 6-year. I'm sorry, 6-year term.
Okay, thank you. That was it.
Thank you, Member Stern. Any other questions from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Stern, I'll make the motion, the proposed motion to approve the ELCO Institute for Academic Achievement renewal application for an 8-year term beginning July 1st, 2026. And the enrollment caps is outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of an academic, financial, or organizational underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you, Member Stern. Do I have a second?
Member Homestead, second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations on an 8-year term. We look forward to more success. All right, we're going to move on to Futuro Academy, 29C. Back to you, Mr. Peltier.
And before I begin the Futuro, it was 5 years for ELCO, Member Stern, 5 years.
Thanks, Danny.
Okay, moving along to Futuro. Futuro Academy has submitted an renewal application to renew its charter contract as the charter contract expires June 30th, 2026. Futuro Academy is a brick and mortar public charter school that currently serves 484 students in kindergarten through 5th grade on one campus in Clark County. The Futuro Academy renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. Futuro is a K-5 public charter school. The shared actions of teachers and staff are founded on the central beliefs that a high-quality college preparatory education is an essential right for all students. Students engage in rich educational activities in a high expectations environment with high-quality instruction with data-driven decision-making by the teachers. Futuro has exhibited stronger academic performance over the latter portion of their charter term, consistently earning at least 3-star ratings. The elementary program has historically met performance expectations according to the NSPF for the majority of the charter term. This level of performance is reaffirmed by the 22-23, 23-24, and 24-25 SPCSA academic performance framework ratings, as well as the star ratings previously mentioned. Futuro Academy has not exhibited any major organizational or financial performance concerns over the course of their charter term. Ultimately, because the academic performance of Futuro has been consistently at or more recently above expected performance levels throughout the charter term, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority renew Futuro Academy for a 6-year term beginning July 1, 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Peltier. And if we have school leaders on the line, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call on you. Go ahead, Ms. Roberts, you've got 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am honored to serve as chair and president of the Futuro Academy, and I appreciate the SPCSA and their staff, and look forward to continuing the partnership for the next 6 years. And I'll turn it over to Ignacio Prado.
Go ahead, Mr. Prado.
Yes, hi, I'm Mr. Prado. I'm the Executive Director in Futuro Academy here, Executive and Principal of Futuro Academy Charter School. As I indicated in our email correspondence, the time has flown by the last 6 years, and we're looking forward to another fun 6 years. Have really appreciated the technical assistance, probably most of all the site visits. They've been very helpful. And so we are excited to continue our trajectory, but also being part of the SPCSA's improving trajectory as well for the next 6 years. And here for any questions if board members have them.
Thank you both very much. We'll bring it back to the board. Do any of my colleagues have questions or comments for staff or school leaders? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Member Holmes, I will make the-
Ooh, you might have to fight for it. We'll go with Dr. Odaba because I think Member Holmes Sutton has been doing a lot of motioning today.
I was about to propose rock, paper, scissors, but thank you so much for letting me again move towards the motion to approve the Futuro Academy renewal application for a 6-year term beginning July 1st, 2026, and the enrollment caps as outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of academic, financial, or organizational underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Member
Richards, I'll second.
Well, we'll go with Member Richards. Thank you very much. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much for all you do, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, moving it along. 29D, Nevada Rise Academy. Back to you, Mr. Peltier.
Thank you, Chair Thigpen. Nevada Rise Academy submitted an application to renew its charter contract as the current charter contract expires on June 30th, 2026. Nevada Rise Academy is a brick and mortar public charter school that currently serves 362 students in kindergarten through 5th grade on one campus in Clark County. The Nevada Rise renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. The staff are dedicated to providing a transformative educational experience for students through rigorous academic high-quality instruction and intentional character development. 362 students in kindergarten through 5th grade. Wait, doing both here. Hold on one second.
I got you, Danny.
All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, through rigorous academic, high-quality instruction and intentional character development, the school ensures that every student is placed on a path to college and has access to life's fullest opportunities. The educational model blends college preparatory academics, a structured yet joyful learning environment, and a focus on holistic character development, preparing students for success in college, career, and life. Nevada Rise Academy has demonstrated mixed academic performance over the charter term. The elementary school program has historically not met performance expectations under the NSPF, but showed improvement during the 23-24 school year. This progress was reflected in the 23 and 24 and 24-25 SPCSA academic performance framework. While the school's NSPF rating did increase to 3 stars in 23-24, it declined to 2 stars in 24-25. Nevada Rise Academy has not exhibited any major organizational or financial performance concerns over the course of the charter term. Ultimately, because the academic performance of Nevada Rise Academy has been mixed throughout the charter term, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority renew Nevada Rise Academy for a 4-year charter term beginning July 1, 2026. The proposed motion can be found on page 5 of the recommendation memo.
Thank you very much. And if there is a school leader on the line, go ahead and raise your hand and I will call on you. Go ahead, Mr. Brecht. You have 5 minutes.
Yes, just thank you for the opportunity to continue to serve our students for the next 4 years. We appreciate the partnership with SPCSA and look forward to a more productive 4 years ahead and increased academic results. And we also have our board chair if there are further questions.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. All right, we'll bring you back to the board. Do I have any questions or comments from board colleagues? Seeing none, I'm looking for a motion. You don't have to fight this time. You can.
Member Stern, I can make the proposed motion. To approve the Nevada Rise Academy renewal application for a 4-year term beginning July 1st, 2026, and the enrollment caps as outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of academic, financial, or organizational underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you, Member Stern. Do I have a second?
Member Holmes-Sutton, second.
Thank you, Member Holmes-Sutton. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Congratulations on another 4 years. All right, agenda item 29E, Pinecrest Academy of Northern Nevada. Back to you, Mr. Peltier.
Thank you, Chair Thigpen. Pinecrest Academy of Northern Nevada submitted an application to renew its charter contract as the current charter contract expires on June 30th, 2026. PAN is a brick and mortar public charter school. Expires, yes, June 30th, 2026. PAN is a brick and mortar public charter school that currently serves 1,051 students in kindergarten through 8th grade on one campus in Washoe County. The PAN renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. PAN is a K-8 public charter school. The multifaceted design focused on rigorous academics, character development, and collaboration. Students engage in a well-rounded experience by interacting in core subjects with thematic integration and art offerings. Instruction is highly personalized for each student using a data-driven approach to meet the needs of all students. PAN has consistently exhibited strong academic performance over the charter term, consistently earning at least 3-star ratings. The elementary, middle programs have historically met performance expectations according to the NSPF. This level of performance was reaffirmed by the 21-22, 22-23, 23-24 SPCSA academic performance ratings, as well as the star ratings issued by the Nevada Department of Education for the 23-24 and 24-25 school years. PAN has not exhibited any major organizational or financial organizational concerns over the course of the current charter term. The school's financial performance did not meet standards for 3 fiscal years due to the debt to asset ratio indicator. However, the school's overall financial health has otherwise remained strong. Ultimately, because the academic performance of PAN has been consistently at or above expected performance levels throughout the charter term, SPCSA staff recommends that the authority renew PAN for a 7-year charter term beginning July 1st, 2026. The new term, a proposed motion can be found on page 5 of the recommendation memo.
To myself. Thank you, Mr. Peltier. I see Principal Austin's on the line. If you want to make some comments or anything.
Yeah, hi, members of the board. Thank you for that, Mr. Peltier. And PAN last year was recognized as a 5-star elementary and middle school for the 24-25 school year. So we're eager to continue that work of academic excellence and appreciate the consideration of a 7-year renewal.
Thank you very much. We'll bring you back to the board for discussion. Do I have any questions or comments from board colleagues? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion. I think I scared you guys. You don't have to fight, I promise.
Member Stern, I can make the motion again. I will make the proposed motion to approve the Pinecrest Academy of Northern Nevada renewal application for a 7-year term beginning July 1st, 2026, and the enrollment caps as outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of academic, financial, or organizational underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you, Member Stern. Do we have a second? Thank you, Member Salcido. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much, and congrats on your new term. All right. Agenda item number 29F. We're almost there, guys. Hang in there. Somerset Academy of Las Vegas. Go ahead, Mr. Peltier.
Thank you, Chair Thigpen. Somerset Academy of Las Vegas submitted an application to renew its charter contract as the current charter contract expires on June 30th, 2026. Somerset is a brick and mortar public charter school that currently serves 9,534 students in kindergarten through 12th grade across 7 campuses in Clark County. The Somerset Academy of Las Vegas renewal application describes the key design elements of the school. Somerset is a shared educational model that integrates rigorous standards-aligned instruction with student-centered practices, character development, and a focus on college and career readiness. Somerset school configurations include K-5, K-8, and K-12 campuses, offering a range of enrichment opportunities, including career and technical education, dual credit programs, and inclusive supports for English learners and students with disabilities. Somerset has exhibited mostly strong academic performance over the charter term, earning at least 3-star ratings on the most recent academic rating cycle. The elementary, middle, and high school programs have historically mostly met performance expectations according to the NSPF, with the exception of the LOSI campus's elementary and middle schools, which were issued notices of concern for academic underperformance during the 22-23 school year. However, those 2 campuses improved academic performance for the 24-25 school year, and those notices were lifted. Additionally, all campuses' levels of performance were reaffirmed by the 22-23, 23-24, and 24-25 SPCSA academic performance ratings, as well as the star ratings issued by the Nevada Department of Education for the previously mentioned years. Somerset has not exhibited any major organizational or financial performance concerns over the course of the current charter term, ultimately because the academic performance of Somerset has been consistently at expected performance levels throughout the current charter term. SPCSA staff recommends that the authority renew Somerset for a 6-year term beginning July 1st, 2026. A proposed motion can be found on page 7 of the recommendation memo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peltier. And if we have school leaders on the line who'd like to make some comments, I see Mr. Bentham. Go ahead.
First, thank you so much for that. I'd like to thank the SPCA for your service to our state and education. Somerset Academy, through its outstanding principal, teachers, and staff, have worked hard to provide the results that you are currently seeing, to provide quality education for all while cultivating effective leaders with good character and a desire to render service. We thank you for your support and guidance and appreciate the 6-year renewal currently proposed.
Thank you, Mr. Bentham. We will bring it back to the board for discussion. Do any of my colleagues have questions for school leaders or for staff? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I'd be happy to make it. This is Member Salcido. I motion that we approve the Somerset Academy of Las Vegas renewal application for 6-year term beginning July 1st, 2026, and the enrollment caps as outlined above in the recommendation memo. In the event of academic, financial, or organizational underperformance, the authority may impose additional oversight.
Thank you, Member Salcido. Do I have a second?
Vice Chair Whitaker will second.
Thank you, Vice Chair. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for your service.
All right, that closes out agenda item number 29, and now we'll go to agenda item number 30, the long-range calendar with Director McAdam.
All right, before I jump into the long-range calendar, I love this meeting every year for a variety of reasons. One, I love to nerd out over Brandon and Mary's data. But this year in particular, we got to see a lot of our schools get removed from notices. And we saw so many different school leaders and board chairs appear at this meeting. And it just really was a good reminder to me about how many great people we have in service of our charter schools in Nevada. And so I really appreciated that today. As far as the long range calendar goes, it's there for your reference. As always, please let us know in advance if you know that you are not going to be able to attend a meeting. We are doing our best to figure out where our meeting will be in December. So we will keep you posted on that just as soon as we know. And yeah, I'll just open it up to see if anyone has any questions.
Thanks, Director McAdam. I'd like to echo those sentiments too. These are one of the best meetings, when you can hear the progress, you can see things coming together. And I think based on what was presented today, we've made tremendous progress. I want to thank all of our schools that presented today. If I didn't get a chance to say it as I'm running the meeting, I appreciate you. And yeah, any questions about the long range calendar from board colleagues?
No questions, Mr. Chair, but just again, going off of what you said, I also, when I think with the first school we reviewed, I asked if there was anything we as a board could do to help. And because of the length of the number of agenda items, I didn't want to keep repeating myself with the same thing, but just wanted to put it on the record that that obviously applies to every school. And so if there is anything that we can do as a board, I know staff works tirelessly to do that, but I just also wanted to offer us as board members, if there is any school out there that can think of anything we can do to help improve their performance, please don't hesitate. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Member Salcido. I echo that as well. We're always here. Our information's online. If any of the schools ever want to reach out to us on our website, we're always happy to see what we can do. And we appreciate you all. And I also want to thank staff today for rolling with the punches with the changes in format of our menu. I know we all prefer to mostly meet in person. I know I do. And I'm glad we were able to make it work today. So thank you. All right, no other questions on long range calendar. We will move into agenda item 31, a public comment. This is general public comment for anything not on the agenda today. Is there any public comment online?
Well, Chair Thigpen, I do not see any phone numbers on there, but if there is any individual who would wish to give public comment, I'd ask that you raise your hand. Seeing none, I would also add that we did not receive any public comment on our public comment email throughout the meeting as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I think this is a record because Danny said we'd be out of here at 2 o'clock. So I feel very proud of myself and to all my colleagues for making this a very efficient meeting. But I think a lot of great questions were asked, and I think staff did a great job of presenting all of the information. School leaders did a great job of coming forward with their plans for improvement, which we always appreciate. So thank you for doing that. And we will then go ahead and adjourn at 12:14 p.m., just shy of 4 hours. So thank you all for your dedication to being here, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.